Hold on. I wanted to go get Zeke. He's up here. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to go bring him up here. Look, I have my old merch on that I don't have any left. I have to redo it. It got taken down because I didn't sell enough of them. I should do some giveaways because I have a bunch left. But hold on. I wanted to get Zeke real quick. Just give me 1 minute. I'm trying to set this up. 1 second. Do I have pizza on my lip? Oh. Okay, 1 second, guys. Let me go get Zeke's store. I hope he didn't go down. 1 second. Zeke, come here, Bubby. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Somebody wants to say hi to you. Oh, you're going to be a brat. No. What is it? Trying to coffee. Does it look like coffee? I'm doing a lot. Oh, it's merch. Hold on, guys. It's merch. It's merch. It's merch. Like, oh, it's merchandise. Yeah. Oh. Yes, it is. You can probably come up now. You guys got the merch. Oh, I'm nervous. Look, guys, look what just came. Merch. Look, I got merch. Hold on, let me go. Yeah, I'm in my pajamas. Hold on, guys, I'm nervous. Merch. Hold on, let me put that. I'm trying to get Zeke. Come here and say hi to everybody. Hold on, guys. And we'll get to the business. I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh. So I got it. Oh, so I got a bunch of different stuff. So this isn't all of it because I got a lot of stuff. So this can't be all of it because I got so much. But this is a zip up. Wait, can you see? The zip up. Obsessive cry disorder. Peeping. But it's a zip up one hoodie. We got both styles. Hold on. Let's see what else I got. Another zip up. So we have regular too, but I just wanted to do zip ups too. This one is the peeping ears. And in the back, obsessive cry disorder. It's a zip up. Okay, hold on. I don't even know which ones came. I can't write it. How do you like it, Michelle? Oh, this is one of the. I'm gonna get. Oh, she has a tie-dyed zip-up peeping ears too. I have to order it because we got those made after I did my order. So yeah, none of my t-shirts came yet. I have some old pullover hoodies still. So, but this is what I have so far. This is just for me. Okay. So this is a zip up. It's like a different style. It's a more expensive brand, and you could tell the material is like amazing. And the ones more expensive brand, the other ones you can't put it on the arms, but these ones you can. Peeping ain't easy down the arm, in the back. Obsessive cry disorder, dude. Yeah. So yeah, I'll show you when I get the other ones in too. Like I said, I have like the pullovers, and I got a bunch of t-shirts. I got Zeke stuff. Can you guys see me? I got Zeke stuff too. I'm excited. So anyway, we're going to get started. I'm sorry. This was not even planned. My mom's like, you got packages? I'm like, dang, I might as well show them. Especially because we're doing this case right today. This is our peeping ears, guys. This is the peeping ears. I'm not going to wear it right now because I'm really hot. But this is my other. I should put this back on. This is like my other one of my merches from old one that I still have a bunch of hoodies. I could do giveaways. I should actually put that back on. Like I said, Teespring took it down because I didn't sell enough or something weird. I don't know why, because I didn't sell any less of these than I did the other ones. Anyway, that's that. All right. Zeke, wait, I want to come here, Bubba, so you can say hi. Where should I put it? Come here and say hi, Bubs. Come here and say hi. Come on, guys, I'm coming. I did just dust this, but holy crap, it's already dusted again. Come here, Bubs. All right, guys, I'm coming. Bubby, come here. Come say hi, Bubba. baby boy. He's being a baby boy. Okay. I'm coming, guys. Zeke, come here. Come to me. Hold on. Zeke, come on, Bubba. You don't want to say hi. He's been waiting weeks to say hi, Bubba. Come on. I don't know, guys. Maybe he'll. Oh, he's coming. Hi, Bobby. Come say hi to everybody. Come say hi. There's a new Zeke Justice logo. I got him some stuff too. Here's our little judge. Here's our Zeke Justice judge. Hi, Bubba. That's the Zekester. He is the judge. He means business. And he is my boy. Anyway, we're going to get started. I know. I'm sorry. I love you, Bubba. I'll do timestamps. People don't want to see the beginning. All right. He's in the cutest. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's so shy. Okay, Bubba, I got to get to work. Okay, Bubs? You can sit right up here if you want. Okay? Okay. Okay, here you go, Bubby. All right. Yeah? What? Oh. Oh, I didn't have anything for you. I gotta shut the door now. I gotta get to work. Love you. Love you. Yeah, I'll keep it halfway open in case he wants to come in. Okay, let's get started. What's up, guys? Come in right here. I don't want to keep the door open because he's in here. Oh, I gotta read. Okay, so how's everybody doing? This was kind of a spontaneous thing. I was starting to make I was going to do a pre-record. This article was very interesting. I was going to do it a couple days ago when it came out, but and then I was starting to record myself reading it. I'm like, no, why don't I do a live? Because not only did Millie do this, obviously, interview type thing with M Live, not only that is Paul he moved. He's in Oaks Correctional Facility, so he's in prison now. So we'll go over that too. I found a couple the description of what it's like, and I found a couple videos from Michigan corrections people I thought we could play. But anyway. Yeah, so well, it's all Sarah, is she in here? Probably. She got a hold of him. Okay, hold on, let me shut this door. She got a hold of him. It looks like it's gonna be good, guys. I can't sit. Bubba, I thought you were gone. You can't get out. Oh, these. Okay, go ahead. We gotta shut the door now, okay? I hate shutting it on you, but I don't know what you want to do. There's no treats right there, buddy. I don't got any more treats, I promise. I'll just keep it open. So she called, she got a hold of him. She got a hold of the publisher, and the publisher has to talk to the editor, but I guess she's excited. She was excited about it. Oh, it could be a good collab or a good business relationship, or what did she say again, Sarah, the words? So she's gonna talk to the editor. We sent an email to her because she wanted the details of my channel and stuff, and yeah, she I think it's gonna happen. She's all excited, I guess, about it. So she just has to talk to the editor and get the permission in the email, so she could send us the permission. Dude, I'm so excited. And I guess they have a podcast too. I don't know. We'll get all into it whenever we get the okay. So it might be a good collab for future stuff, So I'm excited, even for if there's other books the publisher does about true crime. I'll put the podcast and stuff. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to read this book. I want to read it so bad. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be right up our alley. I'm talking about the author of the book. Well, the publisher of this book that I'm going to read, well, we try to contact them to get a hold of them to get the okay to be able to read this, because it's a book, you could be copyrighted too. So to kind of and she might do an affiliate link maybe like where you guys, that's why I said wait to order, because she's going to talk it over and try to maybe work out an affiliate link where there may be a discount when you order it through the link, if she could do that. And then yeah, we're going to read it, and then people are going to order it, maybe read along with me and stuff, because there's already like a bunch of people like, I want to get it. It seems really interesting, and it's perfect because this case with Paul and the girl that reached out to him, baby girl. Like, why do women reach out to prisoners? That's what this book's about. Like different types of women that reach out to prisoners, and there's different like actual accounts of different people reaching out. I know she hits on the kid Chris Watts. I just noticed that in the intro or at the beginning. Who knows? I'm sure there's other cases we're going to be familiar with because we're true crime. But yeah, so how awesome is that? I'm so excited. No, he's not, Christina. Look, I'll show you. When I look him up, it's at Oaks Correctional. It changed. It's at Oaks now. I'll show you. Hold on. Let me share my screen. I just looked it up. But let me, I was going to read the article. I guess I could do that first. I was going to read the article first, but we could do that first. Here. Definitely. Shoot. Hold on. Yeah, so I'm excited. So like I said, wait to order it because we'll probably have a link. And then I'll let you know for that book. And then we could read it together. I'm excited. I know I should have just waited to even say anything about the book reading until I got it already, because I feel like people are already doing it, and I should have waited so it'll be like a big. All right, here we go. Yeah, hold on. Let me shut my door and I'll show you. Darn it. All right. Yeah, look. He got Oaks now. He got transferred. Finally. Right here, Oaks Correctional Facility. And it talks about it. So I guess I could read this first, and then we'll do the other one. Let me take a sip of this. No, he is at Oaks. I'm only did that. Somebody in the chat said that he's still at Eagler. I'm like, no, he says Oaks when I look it up. So Oaks Correctional Facility is comprised of 11 main buildings containing approximately 262,673 square feet. Oh, square feet. I thought it was going to say like rooms or something. Like, that's huge. So square feet of floor space. Prisoners reside in 7 main buildings that include 1 segregation unit, 1 protective housing unit, and 5 general population units. Of the 5 general population units, 2 are level 2, 3 are level 4. 2 of our level 4 units are set up as an alternative to segregation start programming. And if you remember some of the what you call it, the phone calls, if you remember that, do you remember him talking to, I think it was, I don't remember if he was talking to baby girl or JoJo, but he said that he was level 2. I don't know if you guys remember that, but since I had to listen to these over and over, he said he was a level 2 for that. So I don't know. And guess who else is in this prison? Ethan Crumbley. I have a little video we could watch of that where it talks about that, where Ethan Crumbley is in. He's gonna be in the same prison as Ethan Crumbley, the school shooter, the Michigan one where his parents got arrested too. If you guys aren't familiar, which one is the one where his parents got arrested too? Because I don't know. I'm not sure I agree with some of that stuff, but okay. So where are we at? So then we have prisoners that are diagnosed with serious mental illness are placed in one of these units in lieu of segregation, and they are provided an opportunity to progress through the START program. The mission of the START program is to provide a secure general population alternative to administrative segregation while providing programming in other structured and unstructured out-of-cell activities based upon the prisoner's positive adjustment, with the goal of reintegration into traditional general population And there is one specialized housing unit that houses prisoners whose protection needs cannot be met in traditional general population setting and do not require placement in administrative segregation based on their conduct. I think he's going to be in general pop, right? Because he's the type that we saw from Muskegon. He's not going to have issues. I mean, he's like going to be the one not running it, but I don't know. Maybe it's different in prison, but like, it didn't seem like he was going to have like any issues because he's a bully himself. I think he's going to be one of the bullies, but I know a lot of people in chat were like, well, wait till he gets to prison. So maybe it will be different. I guess we'll see. So mental health services are provided by a combination of MDOC staff and psychiatric services provided by a private contractor, WellPath. An outpatient mental health team, OPMHT, manages prisoners requiring mental health services. Mental health services provide case management, medication services to prisoners with serious mental illness and severe mental illness. Their team is comprised of a unit chief psychologist, 5 staff psychologists, and 1 psychiatrist, and a unit secretary. MHS also provides programming to prisoners participating in START program while housed in these 2 specialized units. START programming consists of 32 sessions, 2 hours a week for 16 weeks of solution-focused cognitive behavioral therapy and dialectical behavior therapy. And then the programming, they have 3 full-time academic staff members, 1 full-time school secretary, and a school principal. Academic programs offered at Oaks Correctional include adult basic education and general education development completion. Employment readiness programming includes digital literacy and financial literacy classes, as well as work keys testing and career scope testing with vocational counseling and qualification for statewide or career. They have an employment counselor assist inmates with obtaining vital documents, transcripts, license, certifications, and resume writing. They have the reentry programming is offered in the form of violence prevention programming, thinking for change, substance abuse, religious services. They have leisure activities, along with legal and general library services. They have Oak was also chosen by the Leader Dog for the Blind organization to train dogs for their program prisoners. Trained dogs for the program prisoners are screened and provided training to deliver this training program to puppies received at the facility. Once the dog has completed their initial phase of the training at the prison, they are then graduated to the next level of training if they pass testing. Dogs that are not chosen to continue with the Leader Dog for the Blind are repurposed to other specialized training centers. Some become companion dogs for veterans with PTSD, and some are chosen as drug sniffing or bomb sniffing. Okay, and then it includes a buffer fence, double chain link fences, razor ribbon wire, electronic detection systems, and armed patrol vehicle and gun towers. So, thanks, Roxanne, for joining. Welcome, and thank you, Sherry, for gifting. Yeah, so that's that real quick. They have commissary visitation hours if anybody wants to go. Saturday, well, I mean, there will be people. We see Saturday 9 a.m. to 3, Sunday 9 a.m. to 3. Mailing rolls. Yeah, inmate call. There's all this, but I wanted to actually play. Hold on, let me get my earphones on, and then I just play a couple quick videos, and then I'll go on to the Millie stuff. I was gonna do the Millie stuff first, but since somebody asked, got me sidetracked. Somebody's like, he's not there, so I just wanted to show. So then I just started doing it. All right, so let's just watch a couple quick. We got this Ethan one I'll put on real quick. Hold on. How's everybody doing on a Friday? Okay. I've been watching Treadmill Trial, by the way, guys. So we might have to do one later on that. If you guys want to. I still want to watch a little bit more before, because there's a few things I want to make sure I know before I start like giving my thoughts on it. Because, okay, 1 second. Let me bring up. So Ethan Crumbley. Wonder if they'll be friends. All right, let's just watch this clip about Ethan. Of course, there's no sound. You guys couldn't hear it, right? I swear I shared the sound. I guess I forgot. Sorry, guys. So any big plans tonight, guy? Any big plans? I'm still in a goofy mood. Oh, I did forget to share the freaking audio. All right, here we go. Let's watch this real quick.
At noon, Ethan Crumbley, the Oxford school shooter, has been moved to a prison on the west side of our state. Records from the Michigan Department of Corrections show that the 18-year-old is now behind bars at Oaks Correctional Facility in Manistee. The prison holds level 2 and level 4 offenders. Crumbley will spend the rest of his life behind bars after pleading guilty to several charges related to the high school shooting in 2022.
So that's that. I want to get into that other thing. I have a couple other like things for the corrections, but let's just do that after. I want to get into the that article, because it's really interesting. Have you guys read it yet? That one with Millie? Basically, I mean, obviously they interviewed her, which, like, there's a couple things I'm like, what the heck, dude? This could be, I don't know. I'll have to get your thoughts, but let's do this real quick. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on, why is it not switching? Hold on a second. That was so weird. It wasn't the screen. All right, I'm going to try this one more time. Very weird. All right, so we're going to do Chrome tab, and we're going to do this. All right, so let's read this. I'm going to take these off for a minute so I'm not screaming in your guys' ears because I have this. Okay, so this is M Life. This was from a couple days ago. How many of you guys have read this already? They're kind of a long article, so, but it's definitely interesting. So it's called, it's on the M Live, which is the same people who interviewed Randy. If you guys seen that, the Randy interview. It's just, you know, written, but it's pretty interesting. Oh, you read it yesterday? I know I meant to do it a couple days ago, and I just got backed up from everything. Oh, it's about the jail calls. I realized, you guys, I have remember that part 5 that I did on Rumble? And then when I did that live, I don't know if you guys were there for the live for the YouTube. The whole thing never played. I never played the whole thing because I ended up quitting early, and I was like, oh, we'll do the rest later. So when I did the Rumble thing, there is still like an hour left. I could probably just upload that after. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, dude, I'll just put like bonus or whatever, bonus calls, because there's like an hour left of part 5 that when I did the live, I don't know if you guys remember, but it ended up getting long. And when I did it on YouTube, I'm like, oh my God, you guys, let's just finish this later. And then I had the whole threat and everything that happened that night. And then her threatening and saying she made a police report and stuff like that. So then I took it down, then I put it back up on Rumble, but I forgot there's like an hour, maybe even a little bit longer that we haven't listened to. I could put that up. Anyway, and then, so another thing, it's going to be perfect because if we could get, this goes along with, so Sarah told her about this case the publisher, because why we ended up like talking about this book, because of this case. I mean, it came up, like, I think it came up when I was doing Chris Watts too. This book came up because of the articles, but like, this is why we did it, because of her reaching out. So it's like, it's perfect. And we like released the last of the calls, and then we could hopefully start reading that book. I'm excited for that book, you guys. Okay, so let's read this. Timothy's tragic story. Teen murdered by mom exposes troubling holes in child welfare system. Legos everywhere. Hundreds of little colorful bricks. The building blocks for Timothy Ferguson's imagination covered his bedroom floor after he meticulously followed the Lego kit instructions piece by piece, or used his creativity to make his own masterpieces. They didn't always make it into the tote in the corner of the room. Family members knew they'd better be wearing tennis shoes when setting foot in Timothy's room, his older sister recalls. So his older sister's Millie. I know she changed her name to Emma, but the reason I put Millie in the title is because they refer to her as Millie in this article, so I just kept it that way. Anyway, Timothy grew up in the Oklahoma home with a mother, father, 3 siblings, and a family dog. As a little boy, he often carried a bright smile. Years later in Michigan, Timothy became the target of unimaginable torture and abuse. The smile disappeared. On the last day of his life, Timothy sat in an ice bath for hours as a form of punishment. Timothy's mother dragged his near lifeless body across the dirty floor and into a makeshift room, better described as a closet. The space was barely big enough to fit a crib mattress in. His mother showed little compassion for human life as she put her son into the closet for the night. She maneuvered Timothy, damn near dead, into the fetal position on top of urine-stained tarp. Before leaving, she threatened Timothy to not move during the night. He never moved again. He weighed 69 pounds. His life ended on July 6, 2022. The torture and abuse provided an awful end to a difficult 15 years of life. Timothy's tragic death is difficult to comprehend. Questions still remain despite 2 family members being convicted in his death. Did anyone ever raise concern about Timothy's well-being? Did red flags alert authorities to potential for disaster? How could a mother treat her child this way? How did a parent who's legally limited to 3 hours of supervised visits a month end up with Timothy in her care? Let me take one more sip, guys. Sorry. To try to answer those questions, MLive, Muskegon Chronicle, spent months sifting through thousands of documents, police reports, and social service records that show holes in the child welfare system and failures of his parents. MLive spoke with sources close to the case, watched surveillance footage that showed the abuse happening in the home, and reviewed hundreds of Oklahoma Department of Human Service documents. 9 times during Timothy's life, wait, let me make this bigger. I didn't realize how small this was, guys. Sorry if you guys want to read it with me. There we go. That should be big enough. Okay. 9 times during Timothy's life. So 9 times during Timothy's life, Child Protective Service staff in Oklahoma investigated the Ferguson family home. Most investigations left to unsubstantiated findings. However, on one occasion, social workers removed the children from the parents' care because of safety concerns. A court order even tried to limit the contact Shanda Vander Ark, Timothy's mother, had with the boy. Authorities took their most extreme action, removing the children from the home in 2009. Timothy, who had special needs, was 3 at the time. The 4 Ferguson children spent 2 years in foster care in separate homes while their parents worked on their parental problems. When a child is removed from their parents' custody, it's almost always the initial goal to reunify them, a social service spokesperson said. Eric and Shanda filed for divorce shortly after losing custody of their children and took different routes in the reunification process. To get his kids back, Eric Ferguson completed counseling and parenting courses required by the state. Shanda, on the other hand, stopped participating in the courses, telling a social worker she worked through everything she was willing to. That's so Shanda. Oh, I worked through everything I'm willing to. I'm not going to do anymore. Well, you remember her thing is well, let's just get your your tube's untied or whatever she said, and we'll just have more. Like, they're just like throwaways, the kids. Oh, we can just have more. Who cares about them? She's something else. An Oklahoma judge granted the father full custody of all children while the mother was given supervised visitation rights. Oh, granted the father full custody. Shanda remarried and moved to Michigan, leaving behind her 4 children, Nolan, Paul, Millie, and Timothy, in Oklahoma. Eric sent Timothy to live with Shanda in Norton Shores a decade later. Within about a year's time, under Shanda's care, Timothy was dead. In her grief, Millie Ferguson, Timothy's older sister, wants people to know that her little brother was loved despite the way he was treated. She struggles to come to grips with what preceded Timothy's last breath. She tries to think back to his kindness, a stark contrast to what he received from those entrusted with raising him. She calls him Tim Tim, a playful nickname she had for Timothy. She calls Shanda and Eric the parents. It's never mom or dad. I haven't referred to her as my mother since I was 14 or 15 years old, Millie said. She hasn't really been a big part of my life, and I prefer to call someone lovingly by the name of mother when they've earned that title. Timothy's death shook those involved in his case. A Michigan judge who sentenced Timothy's mother to life in prison for murder said the teen boy looked like a Holocaust victim. The prosecutor said it's one of the worst cases he's seen. Police officers involved in the investigation needed grief counseling because of what they saw. DHS investigates. Eric and Shanda married in their late 20s and welcomed 4 children into the world. The family of 6 relocated 1,000 miles west from North Carolina to Edmond, Oklahoma in 2007 when Eric's job was transferred. The Fergusons regularly attended church. It became a place where others raised concern for the kids. People noticed when Erica and Shanda brought their children who wore dirty clothes and soiled diapers to Sunday service. Something wasn't right. They noticed, look at, that triggered Oklahoma DHS to open its first investigation into Eric and Shanda on February 1st, 2008. The investigation centered around 18-month-old Timothy, was based on allegations of inadequate nutrition and medical neglect. Both parents denied the allegations. One caseworker noted the boy was unhealthy and underweight. Social workers recommended services such as an early intervention program for families of toddlers with developmental delays or disabilities, and a safety plan requiring parents to follow doctors' recommendations. The case was closed and the family remained intact. So then we have a picture. We got Paul, here's Timothy, and then there's Millie. These people, I think, just happen to be in the background. That marked one of the 2 investigations where authorities took action. In reports, social workers listed allegations in 6 separate investigations as unsubstantiated. In one instance, the agency made a ruling of failure to cooperate after Eric and Shanda refused to let social workers into their home. Well, one tip alleging SA in the household would spiral into an investigation in 2009 that split the family up for good. The night of October 25th, 2009, social workers and local police responded to the Ferguson home. Inside, animal and human feces covered the carpets. The rooms were filthy. Neither social workers nor police could remove the children, despite the deplorable conditions, without a court order, so they left. Authorities were shocked when they returned the next morning with a signed order to remove the children. The home was spotless. The smell of feces still filled the air, but every inch of the house was cleaned overnight. That didn't matter. Social workers took the children from their parents' custody and placed each of them in foster care. Meanwhile, Eric and Shanda started an uphill battle to regain custody. An Oklahoma County judge ordered a permanency plan of reunification with the biological parents on November 16, 2009. Absent the most extreme circumstances, the initial goal is almost always reunification, so as long as it can be safely accomplished. Casey Elway, a spokesperson for Oklahoma DHS, told MLive Muskegon Chronicle. Eric and Shanda enrolled in parenting and counseling classes. The couple's marriage deteriorated, divorce ensued. Eric wanted his kids back. He completed all regulated courses required by the state. Shanda stopped participating in the programs. Caseworkers noticed Eric's progress and recommended the children return to his home through trial reunification. It took 3 months before all siblings were reunited with their father under one roof. I was so excited when my dad told me I'd be coming home and staying home. Millie, the last child to return home, recalled. Oklahoma County Judge Larry Shaw granted Eric full custody of all children on January 19, 2012. Shanda, who failed to complete the program, received 3 hours of supervised visits each month with her children. Oklahoma DHS recommended in a January 19, 2012 individualized report that Shanda's parental rights be terminated. However, she agreed to let Eric have custody of the children, so her rights were never officially terminated, according to a different DHS report. With full custody, Eric and his new wife, Patricia, stayed in Oklahoma with the Ferguson children. Shanda and her new husband, Adam Vanderock, relocated to Michigan in 2014, shortly after welcoming a baby boy. Time went on. Interactions between Shanda and her children became fewer and fewer. She barely had any part in our lives, Millie said. I don't think she was a mother for the children. I think she was a mother to call herself a mother. For nearly a decade, all seemed well with the Fergusons in Oklahoma. Patricia raised Timothy the moment she became his stepmother in 2012. By 2021, Patricia needed help raising a child with special needs. She begged Eric to be around more for his son. Eric decided to send Timothy to live with Shanda in Michigan. There's Millie and Timothy. Pointed to a jellyfish. Oh, yeah, right there. Timothy was days away from finishing his freshman year of high school in May 2021 when Eric removed him from classes. Despite a court order that limited Shanda to supervised visits, Eric sent Timothy to live with his mother. Oh, thank you, me peeping ass. My peeping ass. Okay. I thought this is something else. That's right. You're my peeping ass. Thank you. I love that name. Oh my God. Thank you. And congrats whoever got him. Oh yeah. There goes my nose, guys. Yep. Anyway. So Eric did not respond to multiple interview requests for this story. Eric and Patricia divorced about a month before Timothy died. The Oklahoma County court system, as well as the DHS, rely on parents to follow the rules a judge issues in a custody order. The DHS spokesperson said, if one parent disagrees with stipulations in the order, like parenting time, it's up to that parent to bring the matter to court. Eric loaded Timothy and his belongings into a vehicle and made the custody exchange with Shanda somewhere between Oklahoma and Michigan, according to Millie. A new chapter with his mother and older brother, Paul, awaited Timothy. All appeared to be well with Timothy when he saw his siblings months later at a family wedding. He was at a normal weight and behaved like his cheerful self, his older sister said. After the celebration, Timothy returned to Michigan. He didn't attend school or visit a doctor. On top of that, Shanda did her best to limit Timothy's communication with those outside of the home. Man, hold on. Life began to crumble for Shanda 8 months after Timothy's arrival. Her husband, Adam, suffered a stroke in January 2023, which forced him to move out of the split-level home and in with his parents. That left Shanda alone caring for her 3 sons. She worked long hours as a law clerk for a West Michigan judge and was the main source of income. Timothy gets abused inside Michigan home. The abuse started to unravel with Adam out of the home. Shanda and Paul spent months brutally torturing the boy for unjustifiable reasons. The two exchanged hundreds of text messages in a 6-month span and discussed punishing Timothy for simple things. Starving. Timothy once snuck some cheese. Timothy once snuck some cheese from the refrigerator without asking. When caught, he was forced to sit in an ice bath as punishment. In another instance, Shanda found out Timothy ate leftover pieces from the crust of a burger. She forced him to vomit the food. Shanda orchestrated the punishments while Paul served as the enforcer. According to Millie, Paul acted as a bully to Timothy growing up. Paul loved having a power trip over Timothy. He loved having any sort of control over Timothy, as domineering as it could possibly get, Millie said. For a while, we couldn't have them in the same room because Paul would be so mean to Timothy. Jen, member for a month. Thank you. Thank you. Signs of abuse stayed hidden for months. Timothy's death would shed light on the torture and abuse. Norton Shores police were called to the Vander Ark family home the morning of July 6, 2022. Shanda told dispatchers Timothy wasn't breathing. Detectives arrived at the split-level home on Marshall Road. From the outside, things appeared normal, but the environment inside painted a different picture. And there's the bedroom that he slept in. Some people live clean. Some people live dirty. Norton Shores Police Lieutenant Joel Hoeksema said this was just gross. Soiled diapers on the floor, food wrappers everywhere, feces smeared on door handles. In the basement, Timothy lay dead wearing baggy clothes his mother and brother dressed him in before calling police. Investigators searched the house. They were puzzled by what they found. Hot sauce and shackles in the bedroom, locks on the refrigerator and food pantry, cameras and motion sensors throughout the home. Oh, thank you, Laura. Thank you, girl. You're always so generous and aw. Thank you. I appreciate that. So no, thank you. Okay. Where are we at? Shanda was taken into custody that morning and charged with open murder and first-degree CA 2 days later. Wait, so that morning, she was okay. And then Paul was arrested and charged with first-degree CA a week after Shanda for his role in Timothy's death. Shanda and Paul sat in the Muskegon County Jail as their criminal cases dragged on for months. Shanda was ordered to stand trial in January 2023. By then, Paul cooperated with Muskegon County prosecutors and agreed to testify against his mother. The trial against Shanda started mid-December that year, with Muskegon County Circuit Judge Matthew Cassell presiding. Jurors heard how Shanda and Paul intently punished Timothy. Even while he was on death's door, Timothy was deprived of food and water for months. The only food he did get was bread soaked in hot sauce. The hot sauce, Elijah's extreme regret, is made with 2 of the hottest peppers in the world. One unforgettable moment in the trial came while Shanda was on the stand. She was asked to look at a photo of Timothy's dead, malnourished body. The graphic image made Shanda vomit. Those reactions, puking and crying, were nothing more than an act, Millie said. I love that Millie, her own daughter's calling her out like, they're freaking an act, that puking and crying. And then Millie also said she didn't vomit the time she saw him before. I remember I was saying that. Don't do that. You didn't vomit. You lived with him looking like that. We saw him 3 weeks on those texts 3 weeks before, and he looked like a Holocaust victim, like freaking what the judge said. So you saw him, and then that last day dragging him, you saw him with your own eyes, and you didn't have that reaction. So quit it. Just quit it. Ugh, I hate her. Anyway, so she didn't vomit the time she saw him before, but as soon as the cameras pointed at her, she'll do anything to make herself look like a decent person, she said. And that's Millie saying that. Jurors found Shanda guilty as charged. 1 day later, Paul pleaded guilty to first-degree CA. Shanda's day of reckoning came one snowy January afternoon. Her fate was inevitable. She walked into the courtroom shackled at the wrists and ankles, donning an orange jail jumpsuit. her hair in messy braided pigtails, dark bags visible below her eyes. For the first time since Timothy's death, Millie and Nolan came face to face with the woman who killed her brother. Brought to tears, they looked back at happier moments spent with Timothy. They too demanded justice. That's when she is given their statement. I want her detained for the rest of her life so she can't hurt anyone else, Millie told the judge. I want the world to know that Timothy was wanted, if not by her, then by me. He was loved by me. Timothy wasn't surrounded by people who loved him when he died, Nolan said. If I had known that, nothing could have stopped me from rescuing him and holding him in my arms, telling him I love him. Instead, I got to cradle a bag of his ashes in my arms, he added. Shanda said nothing. She expressed no remorse for what she did. She turned away when a photo of a younger Timothy donning a bright smile was displayed in court. The judge's remarks were blunt. I'm not going to let you hide in the darkness anymore. People know what you are now, Cassell said. I can't wrap my mind of how somebody could do something so horrific, not just to another human being, but their own child. Shanda was sentenced to life in prison without possibility of parole. She never looked back at her children as deputies escorted her from the courtroom. The next day, Shanda's parental rights to the only child in her legal custody were terminated. That child, now 9 years old, is being raised by his paternal grandparents. Judgment day for Paul came about a month after his mother. Unlike Shanda, Paul, 22, apologized. Then he asked the judge for mercy. The court believes Mr. Ferguson is one step away from becoming a psychopath, like his mother, Cassell said. A sense of shock was written on Paul's face when he learned he'd be spending the next 30 years in prison. I love that, when he's like... Shanda is serving her sentence at the Women's Huron Valley Correctional Facility in Ypsilanti. Paul is lodged at the Charles Eagler Reception and Guidance Center in Jackson, awaiting a prison assignment, and he has been given it. It's the Oaks Center, or Oaks Correctional Facility. Both have filed an appeal to the Michigan Court of Appeals. Timothy's sister wants AG to investigate, and that's the Attorney General. It's not the channel. I couldn't fit it in the title because you only get 100 characters. It sucks when you try to do titles of YouTube. But yeah, the Attorney General. 2 people have been held accountable for Timothy's death, but more should be done, Millie said. She believes officials in Oklahoma should investigate how Timothy ended up with Shanda, who didn't have custody and was only allowed supervised visits. She's in the process of writing a letter to Oklahoma Attorney General's office, hoping the agency will look into that matter. A college student, Millie expects to finish and send the letter when the semester ends. I'd be nervous if I was Trish and Eric right now, because everybody's wondering that. I think more Eric, because I don't know if Trish has did she legally adopt Timothy, but Eric is the parent legal. You know what I'm saying? Here's a question. Remember on the phone calls when Trish was talking to Paul, and it sounds like she talks to Millie, because she's the one told him about her changing her name to Emma and stuff. So it sounds like she has maybe a good relationship with him. I don't know. But reading between the lines, she's trying to get them to be held accountable, you know? At least Eric. She might be more thinking Eric, her dad. I don't know. Well, can we find out if Trish legally... wonder if I might try to find that out. If she legally adopted him. I forget what the family member said. If she legally does have... I feel like she said she doesn't, though. I know. I'm thinking it's the father. Yeah, I'm thinking that it's Eric. Because, for sure Eric. I blame Eric because Eric is his legal parent. And that was he knew. So if anybody, I'm pretty sure it would just be Eric, right? Because I like Trish. I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but it sounds like it's more Eric, that Trish just wanted him to be around and he wouldn't. And but anyway, where are we at? So as a rule, all right. Where are we at? Okay. It's unclear if an Oklahoma investigation is already in the works. As a rule, the Oklahoma Attorney General's office does not comment on or confirm the existence of an active investigation. Phil Bacharach, director of communications for the agency, told MLive in an email, Michigan prosecutors who tried and convicted Shanda and Paul did notify Oklahoma DHS about the criminal cases and what happened with Timothy. Timothy died 1 month shy of his 16th birthday. This August, he would have become an adult. Instead, his life was taken by the woman who was supposed to protect him. Timothy was cremated. His ashes are buried next to his grandmother's grave in North Carolina Cemetery. Millie visits Timothy's gravesite on his birthday each year. Standing next to Nolan, she thinks about what she could have done to save her little brother. All of what I'm trying to do is for Timothy, Millie said. There wasn't a single adult to the day he died, and some even after, that gave him the justice he deserved. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know the whole story. I mean, but for sure, Eric should be held accountable for sure, because we know he has legally, he definitely, because he knew wasn't supposed to have custody. He's the legal guardian, the legal parent, and he brought her. So for sure, legally, he could be held accountable. I don't know if Trish had legal custody of him, though. What do you think? What for Trish to get anything legally done? Wouldn't she have had to have, in this situation? Wouldn't she have had to have been like a legal, adopted him legally, or no? I don't know why I keep thinking that she would have had to for her to even get in trouble legally about it. But yeah, dude, he's probably nervous, because I would be too, dude. I mean, he should not have done that. That's wrong, and I don't care. I know he could claim that, oh, I didn't know. I know he could try to claim that, thinking that, oh, well, Sean is the freaking law student, and we thought it was okay. I just trusted her. But I mean, if you have doubts, he should have called. He should have called the state or the county and asked that. I think he just was, I think instead of doing his due diligence and like checking if he had some kind of doubt, making the phone calls and check, instead, he probably knew that no, it's not allowed. Instead, he doesn't want to have to take care of Timothy. So he's like, no, if she's willing to, let's just take him there. Well, look now. Now you might get into some trouble. This could be a serious charge. And yeah. Yeah, and I saw the text messages. I was going to order them, but that Lily person, she was sending them to me, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. I heard it all. Like, I feel like the only one things to really point out in those text messages between the baby girl and Paul, the two takeaways that I would say the most important thing is the part where he's talking about basically the whole JoJo ditching JoJo. I think that's sucky. And then the part where the essay where he talks about the essay with the person in school or whatever, how he was telling her about like how babies are made or something. And then those are, I think the other stuff is just, I feel like it's just more of the same stuff in the phone calls. But yeah, I was just like, I'm not even gonna bother ordering them, because she's plastering them all over anyway. So but yeah, so yeah, isn't that something? Baby girl threatens saying she's going to the police and she made reports on me. But we got Reddit and everybody's just like outing her, doxing her. Is she threatening any of them? Probably not. Why does she think that? Why am I always the one, the freaking, what do you call it? What's that word? Like not guinea pig, like I'm always made like even with the autopsy, I feel like that, because I wasn't the only one that put the autopsy, but I'm always the one, I have to take all the heat for everybody else. It just sucks. Because I bet you she didn't threaten any of them. She supposedly called the cops twice on me, she said, by her messages, and made reports. I should have looked in and called her bluff, but it was just like, it wasn't even worth it, because I'm like, is this even worth it? Like, I could just move on instead of like the small chance that she did, and then I got to go to court. I think I would definitely win. I know I would definitely win, but she could try, and it's just a hassle. But I would fight it, and I would win because I have like other lawyers reaching out already saying they would help me and stuff. So I would have like a good team and stuff. But it's just the hassle of having to go through it. If I had to, I would, but I just kind of backed off because like I don't even want to deal with it. But no, it makes me mad because she scapegoat, yeah, because she probably didn't even AG or the people, Lily or everybody on freaking Reddit. She probably didn't even threaten them, right? And she's gonna call the cops on me. That's bullcrap. That's freaking bullcrap. Yeah, and they're doing way more than me. I kept her identity private. They're plastering pictures, they're plastering full names and everything. And I didn't even do that. And she's calling the cops, saying she's calling the cops on me and reporting me. And they are doing that. And she probably didn't say one word to them. I hate how, I hate it. I hate it. And the thing is why? Like, she probably would. Like, if she didn't, she probably would have called the cops. I mean, she said she did already. I think she was lying, but she said she did. That night, it was that morning, that night that I took down the that number 5. It was like early in the morning. That's when she supposedly made the first trip to the cops. She said, yeah. And I had blocked her on my phone, and then she freaking still had my email, and then made another email like a couple days later saying that she made another report to the cops or something. It was like, and that they traced all this stuff back to me. I'm like, what are you even talking about? Yeah, screw it. How do you like it now, baby girl? I would you'd much rather have me, huh? Because at least I didn't freaking out you and dox you, but now you got a bunch of other people, threatening me, and who was actually look what you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't feel bad for her. Treat me like crap, and I wasn't even doxing you or anything. I was trying to do it in a respectable way. But look at it now. Look who isn't. Look at all the other people, and you're calling the cops on me. It's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, I posted it. It's on Rumble. I have it on Rumble, Rihanna. That's been there for like a week now. But I'm actually going to put the rest of it. I didn't finish the part 5. I'm just going to do it on YouTube. I mean, I never identified her. It's all over. Now it's public. So once somebody becomes public, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's really tricky, but no, I mean, nothing's identifying her. No, I'm going to put the part 5. It's ridiculous. I can't believe that she's trying to like pressure me, and then you got all these other people and not one single threat to them. Thank you, local art. Maybe Trish didn't have custody, but she was married to Eric and would have known a lot of things about Shonda. She needed to call CPS and chose not to. Over several months, ESP. Especially after not seeing him. Yeah, maybe local art, which I don't know. I don't know all the specifics, but you might be right. Oh, is that what he appealed for? I thought he was just appealing for a lighter sentence. But maybe they have to pick a reason. I didn't see that it said ineffective counsel. Yeah, and it wasn't by me. And who is she threatening? Who's she being a jerk to when I never freaking doxed her? But she probably is not going to anybody on Reddit or AG or anybody that's doing anything. She's probably never a word to them, but just it's just bullcrap. I'm sure she's like, yeah, now look. I was being respectful. You freaking treated me like crap. The person that was actually not even doxing you. I never said her name. I never did anything. I just put out the calls. I didn't put out a picture. I didn't even dox her. But now look, it has nothing to do with me. They all did it all themselves. And now you treated me like a piece of crap. And I never did anything. I mean, don't care about what? I mean, you see, I put everything. I have the calls out. I didn't care. I don't know what you mean. Other characters don't care. You still have to follow the guidelines. I'm just saying, like, or to call in the cops or making reports when I didn't do anything illegal. But for YouTube, I didn't either. I didn't go against YouTube guidelines either. So legally, I didn't. YouTube has stricter guidelines than what legally. You know what I'm saying? Like the law. The law, I was fine either way. I mean, she could have tried, but I would have won. I know that. I mean, like I said, she could try, and anybody could try. We'd go to court, she would waste her money because there's no way she would win. I didn't do anything. But YouTube, yeah, I didn't go against YouTube guidelines either. So she can't do anything. I mean, it just makes me mad though, because like how she did that to me and she's not doing it to anybody else. It's just, I don't know why it bothers me that why is everybody always doing it just to me? Anyway, I don't know. She tried to say, I explained, or listen, she tried to say, this is what she said. She said she went to her cops. I don't know if she's bluffing. I know I could probably somehow just call where she's at maybe, but I didn't even want to waste the time. I was busy. I didn't even look into it. I just like, whatever, it's not worth it. But she said, this is what she said. She called the cops because for bullying, something about bullying, and because this is why it's a bunch of crap. I know that she wouldn't have had a case. Like she could have tried. Like they said, people could sue for anything. It doesn't mean they're going to win. Wasted her money. So she said for bullying, because she said she got threats too or something. She got threats after I got threats, but then she said she got threats and that they traced it. She went to the cops and the cops traced it back to my channel, and then it was members of my channel. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. I have no control who joins. So let's say a member of my channel goes out and kills somebody. I can't get blamed for that. I can't like, that is hilarious, because I can't control who's a member or who's not of my channel. Anybody can click on it and join. So it's like, just because they're a member doesn't mean like I know who they are and I know them and that I can control them. That's hilarious. There's no way that that's a case. But it's just like a hassle. I didn't want to, if she even tried to do it, it's like, I don't want to go through the hassle. But yeah, she said it links back. There's a few of them that linked back to being members. I don't have any control of my members to the point where I've tried back in the past. I've had this person that was like turned like stalker type on me, that she was a member and I didn't want her to be a member because I don't know. But I went to YouTube and I said, I need to take this person, ban this person from being a member of my channel. I couldn't do it. They're like, no, you can't. You just have to wait you have no control. You just wait till her thing comes up. I mean, so it's like, even if I wanted to make somebody not a member because I didn't want to give them access, YouTube doesn't even, I can't do that. I have no access to go in and make them not a member. So it's like, I have absolutely no control over that. But yeah, she tried to say for bullying. And then she said that, this is what she said. She said the cops contacted YouTube. She said, so the cops are going to go to YouTube and they're going to send the police report to YouTube. So you're going to lose your channel. And here's what I thought. The only thing I was worried is YouTube sometimes isn't fair. So I'm like, legally, you don't got crap. You're going to make a fool. You're going to waste everybody's time if you take me to court, whatever. I knew that. But YouTube, I hate how YouTube, I hope they would be fair. There was a one time though that somebody else was threatening, and I got onto like YouTube support and I said, I'm afraid because they're making up lies. They're saying I'm cyberbullying and it's not true. And I just want to make sure, because I don't want, and they assured me that everything is fair. This is what YouTube told me to go, no, we're fair. We make sure, like, you don't have to worry about that. We make sure we look into things. So I don't know. I've just heard stories of creators that's gotten like their channel taken away for like no reason. At least that's what they say. So it's like, it makes me nervous, because it's like you hear how unfair they are. So that part, I was like, okay, I don't want a chance you losing my channel. I love my channel, So I just was like, it's not even worth it. So that's why I did that on Rumble. You know what I'm saying? I just did that part 5 on Rumble, because I'm like, I don't even want to deal with it. I just hit 100,000 on YouTube. It wouldn't be fair. I would take my lawyer to YouTube and we would fight it, because I would get my channel back. I would try my hardest, because didn't do anything to lose my channel. But you've heard stories, but and it's just hassle. You don't want to have to go through all that. But yeah, she said something like the bullying. She was going to bring it back to me because they're members of my channel, and that the cops, like, they linked it back and they're going to talk to YouTube. I think it's a bunch of crap. I think she was lying, but I don't know. I just was like, it's not worth it. I'm almost done with this case. Let me just move on. Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's hilarious because the person that you called the cops on protected your identity, never gave your identity out, and now Reddit agent, they're all just blasting it all over with pictures. Had nothing to do with me. Called the cops on the wrong person, buddy. Even though, I mean, don't you can call the cops anyway. It's the internet. They're probably gonna. I'm sure they laughed at her, is what I would think. Like, but who knows? I don't know. I should have. You know what I should have done is I should have freaking called all the different counties, the police stations, and called her bluff and figured it out. If I could, I don't know. I'd have been able to figure it out, right? I don't know. Oh well, it's not worth it. It's not worth my time. I have stuff I wanted to do, cases and stuff. So it's like I don't want to put all the time into it. But yeah, I just think it's funny now that look now. Look now what you did. I know. I figured, but then and then the whole thing with the YouTube. But that's why it's like that the Rumble live that I did, that's why I didn't want to have to hold back, even though the more that I thought about it, I'm like watching other channels, how like people, there's so many other big channels that are like, they talk about other people like mean and make fun of them. And that's not bullying. You could like criticize people and stuff. So I was like, just like a couple days ago, I'm like, wait, look how this person's talking about this person way more. Like all those channels that like drama channels or channels that like criticize other people, or you know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute. And I was nervous because with the Rumble, I wanted to be able to give my side and my thoughts. And I was like, even though 100% it's not bullying, but like I was just nervous because you say like, YouTube might not be fair or something. Like, what if they like just cave under pressure and like, oh, so I was like, I don't want to hold back. I want to say how I feel or whatever. But if you look at all those channels, it's like, no, that's a part of the YouTube. Like you're allowed to like criticize people or like people that like go and like not make fun of people. You know what I'm saying? Like the channels that are like, look at this or something. It's like that's a part of it. So it's like, really, yeah, I would definitely fight that and probably win. I would definitely bring a lawyer to YouTube and get my channel back. But it's just like the hassle, because I'm not. That wouldn't be. That wouldn't be. But I played it safe. I spoke my mind and I did it over at Rumble. So I didn't hold back. I said what I wanted to. And I still was probably way more decent than some of these other videos on YouTube of people like trashing people. But hey, I felt that's how I don't know, that's how I did it. I mean, I just felt like I was able to say what I said, and I did it on Rumble. So there we go. I know. It was just I was so stressed too from that. I think it was like lack of sleep and stress, and it was built up, and then it just was like so much that I was just, he just hit 100,000 subs, and I was just like 100, and it was just like everything, and I just like, oh, and then I was like, I don't want to lose my channel, and I had her coming at me and like trying to control everything, and I'm like, what? It was just like so much where it's just like I couldn't handle it anymore. But look out, now I'm so much better. I just needed a break to breathe, and now I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna put the last hour of part 5, and I don't feel nervous at all because there's nothing she could do, and but I just needed time to freaking relax. You don't understand how people coming at me. It was just crazy, dude. That was a lot. I don't think you realized like that last couple of weeks what I was going through with her, and it was a lot. Um yeah, I'm glad I did it right. There's nothing I did everything proper by YouTube guidelines. Legally, that's a joke if she even thought that I did anything illegal because I never even said her name. I mean, I didn't even identify her at all. Like still I haven't. So whatever. Now it's like public. It's all over. So it's like I probably could, but you know what? No, I'm gonna just be like, haha, I don't have to. Everybody knows, and I don't have to. You know? I was trying to be like respectful and like you know, but you have to earn respect and you have to respect somebody back. And what she was doing, what she did, it was just not like that last little stint when she pulled that was just bringing up HE and like talking about, oh, he's more respectful than you and he wants to fly me for an it was just like, it was like she was almost like not baiting me, but just like, I don't even know what she was doing, but it was just like, and they are all right about you on the autopsy. She sent me this like trashy person talking about me at the autopsy. They're exactly right. That's exactly what you are. After all the previous messages was like, oh, they were wrong about you, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. Anyway, oh, nobody saw him through me because I didn't put him up anywhere. So I don't even need to do a poll. Um, Wait, hold on one second. What? Yeah. Yeah, it would be 0 because I mean I didn't I didn't put any pictures up anywhere. So yep, never even said her name. I mean, people already knew it by at least her first name. The reason why everybody knew her first name is because of Prison Calls, another channel. So she can't even blame. And I still didn't say her first name, and that wouldn't even have been on me. It was already out because of that other channel that didn't read. It was the videos. It wasn't the calls with her, but it was the videos with Randy and Paul they were talking about her. So they said her name. So it was like people already knew her first name, and I still didn't even say it. And I could have because it was already out because of those video calls. So it was like, it's stupid. Yeah, I know. Yep. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Um, anyway. But so wait, what's going on? Hold on one second. uh, hold on a second. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so what else did I want to show? Oh wait, hold on. Let's share this video. I have this video of um the Michigan corrections officers. Like, hold on a second, because it would be like the guys that would be in the prisons, right? The correction officers. I'm sure it might be some people that are gonna be with Paul. Where do I wait? The appeal. Somebody talking about the appeal. Where can I find that appeal for the you said for ineffective counsel? Hold on. I was seeing if I had any emails. Corrections. Okay, hold on. Let me play this. Michigan corrections. Sorry, I don't mean to like go off. I shouldn't even have started talking about it. I don't want to give her any more power or whatever. It was just, I don't know, that I feel like free to just be able to talk about it now and just how funny it is that I didn't do it and everybody else is out. And I just think it's kind of funny that you call it the cops on me and look and what's out now that has nothing to do with me. Okay, so let's play. I'm going to play this. Hopefully, oh, wait, I have the other earphones. Hold on, let me put the other earphones in. So this is corrections officer recruiting, Michigan Department of Corrections. So that would be who is in the prisons, right? I know, and I can't wait to read this. because it'll be interesting. I'm so excited. I hope we can start it next week, or even maybe this weekend, but maybe this coming week we'll start it. Hopefully. We're just waiting for an email to get the final. No, I mean, like I said, I haven't talked to her since that. Whenever I said I blocked her or whatever, it was, I don't even know how long that has that been, a week or two. I have no concept of time. I'm thinking it's been like over a week ago, I would say, probably 2 weeks. But at that time, no, she had not even seen him. And I think she is scared because she's old. I mean, she's 40. Well, she's outed, right? Well, she's older, let's say. I'm still gonna keep my side clean, but yeah, she's definitely older. Yeah, she's over 20 years older than him, but so I think because of the pictures, now that they're out, because the texts are out, not by me, but you see like all the filters that she's using, because she had sent me some pictures that she sent him, and they're heavily filtered. And then I see that somebody, not me, but somebody on Reddit found her unfiltered pictures and posted them, because somebody sent them to me today, sent me the Reddit post, because I'm all for Reddit, but they sent me the Reddit post. And so you could see that she's a lot older. I mean, she is. So like, I think she's afraid to see Paul in person, because Paul's going to see her without a filter, and he's going to see how much older, like he's going to feel like he's with his mom. She's with his mom. No, no, not quite Braveheart, not quite. No, that was that other one that Jenny White that people thought she was 51, but this one's not 50 yet. And I'm not saying like because she's older, so of course she's gonna look older, But like Paul thinks she looks like, oh, you look so much younger because she's using those filters, which makes your face look all smooth and no like, when you get older, you start getting like I don't know, you could just tell you're older, and with the filters and stuff. And I think she's sending them old pictures too, like some when she's younger. So it's like, when she sees him in person, what's he gonna do? I mean, he's gonna see her and he's gonna be like, Mom, Grandma. Oh my God, no, Mom. But like, are you, maybe he'll be okay with it. Maybe he's, it could be a point where you're like in love, you fall in love with somebody, and then it doesn't matter when you see him because you're already like in love with them, or you know what I'm saying? So it might be a point where he doesn't care. Plus, he's in prison. He might not even care, but I bet you she's nervous. So no, as far last time I talked to her, no, she had not seen him in person. They didn't even video. No, they didn't even video chat. It was just pictures, those filtered pictures. Yeah, so I'm 42. 42. But wait, what, Sarah? Wait, I can't listen to your stuff, but what? Oh, wait, no, you don't need to. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I want to watch that video. Hold on. Let's watch that the corrections officer video. Okay, let's watch it. It's corrections office recruiting. Well, look, I could be kind of interesting because I watched some of it just because it's like the Michigan Department of Corrections. Can you guys hear?
Can't you see what corrections is doing to me? What corrections is doing to me? There's a great opportunity within this department.
Can you hear?
In the state, in your county, in your community, and in your neighborhood. As much as I challenge myself, the department will challenge me as well. And it will challenge you as well. This is day one. Your opportunities right now may seem a little limited. You got to earn the opportunity in this department. As an officer, you are the backbone of everything that happens in the Michigan Department of Corrections.
The Michigan Department of Corrections continually accepts recruits into its academy.
Yeah.
The academy is a great place to jumpstart your career. Here, you have the opportunity to be trained by the best trainers and officers in the state. You will receive classroom training, as well as hands-on training and simulations. Your career begins day one of the academy. You will be challenged and pushed to your full potential.
1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3!
Going in for the PT test, we had to be able to do 18 sit-ups in 30 seconds, and that was with our arms crossed, elbows coming over your knees. And then we had to do 24 push-ups in 60 seconds. And there were 3 sets of steps, and the first 2 sets of steps you did 3 minutes straight on, keeping with a cadence. The third set you had to do 60 trips in 3 minutes, and that was the hardest part of it.
In the Department of Corrections, not only do you have to be physically strong, you have to be mentally strong and disciplined.
Okay, stand by for roll call. When your name is called, it'll be a here, sir, or here, ma'am. Got it? Yes, sir. Got it? Yes, sir.
I do believe that the paramilitary program setup is very much needed. You would definitely need the structure and the guidance and the strong mentality to work in a prison setting.
Yeah, they'd yell, but they would say, you can do it, don't stop, we don't give up. And it was all about making you a stronger person.
When people hear academy, they think boot camp or a lot of yelling, a lot of in your face and things like that. But it was mainly teaching. They want us to succeed because after the academy, they're back to officers just like we're going to be officers. So we're there working with them. We're there by their side. So they want to know that we will be able to help them just as though they can help us.
We do develop a bond with each other. It's a very tight-knit group of individuals. We back each other up 100%. And take care of each other and look out for one another. And through that, you end up with a very strong bond.
As corrections officers, you are working side by side for a common goal to help those who are incarcerated correct their lives and make better choices so they can become a positive and productive member of society, and doing so in a safe, protective, and respectful manner.
The career path that you have now chosen requires you to be a stand-up person, a stand-up citizen, and you're going to be expected to instill the needed discipline for others that are incarcerated to do well when they go back into communities. And that's a big task.
I wanted to work with people. I wanted to help them grow, watch them improve.
From the moment you first walk into the academy to that fulfilling day of graduation and everything in between, the Michigan Department of Corrections has your best interest in mind with everything they do. They want to give you the keys to success and every opportunity to build the career you've dreamed of.
Well, for me, being a single parent of 2 kids, this offered a career that had a lot of opportunity to grow and the full benefits from health insurance to 401k, and it just appealed to me.
Yeah, the academy has absolutely made me a better person overall. It's prepared me for being in the prison. It's like a jump start to being inside. Definitely helps you out a lot. They give you your basic tools, and with them basic tools, you can progress inside with what they teach you inside.
What we learned at the academy is stuff that can help you in everyday life. a lot of the communication and reflective listening, all that are things that can benefit you in your personal life too.
Every day is different, which is the reason why it's the difference between a job and a career. A job is a routine. It's the same thing every day, where a career is an experience. You know, what you do on Monday might be completely different from what you do on Thursday. It's a different experience. It's different people, different situations, different scenarios. That's why being a corrections officer is an excellent experience.
Integrity, teamwork, leadership, excellence, respect, loyalty. If these values hold true to you, accept the challenge. Help create a safer Michigan.
I don't know why I couldn't find much. I was trying to look up things about the Oaks Correctional Facility. I had to blink for a minute. Because if you look up Muskegon, there's a thing that happened there. And I found it like right after he got transferred out. So I'm like, I don't know. I was going to play it because Paul was there. But do you guys remember that one incident where like something happened to one of the prisoners in Muskegon? There's a video. Hold on. Because I guess it isn't. It's got like kind of a bad reputation, I guess. So, all right, hold on one second. But wait, Taya, you said who did you say your husband? Does he know Paul? And let me thank a couple people. I missed this, guys. I hope you're still in here because you're probably like, how rude, she didn't even thank me. I'm just now seeing it. No, he want conviction thrown out. It's more important than BG. Huh? That means he wants plea thrown out and start over in addition to sentence appeal. Oh, okay. Wow. That's not going to happen. Everybody tries to do that. The appeal, I don't think he has a chance. I think he'd be better off just trying to get the sentence reduced rather than thrown out. The whole story with cops tracking it back to your channel is BS from Jenny's. She's still intimidating you. That was a what? No, that was a what? That not recently. That was like the last time I talked to her. I haven't talked to her in a week or two. Whenever that happened, I blocked her on my email and phone. So she's not still doing it. I mean, I haven't talked to her since. She said that. And I was like, I'm blocking you. Stop it. Like, because I blocked her phone and she emailed me. I'm like, oh, great. So I blocked the email. But yeah. So that was, how long ago was that? I feel like it's at least been 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know. So it's not like I have no idea what's going on with her. I'm just saying, I bet you she didn't threaten anybody else. It's bullcrap. Yes, I am a Libra. Yes, I want to do that. I still want to watch a little bit more of the trial, though. But I guess I could watch it with you guys, parts of the trial. But I've watched a little bit of it. I've watched the mom's testimony. I saw the video, and then I watched the opening statements. That's about it. I just need to catch up with some of it, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I can watch it with you guys, what I'm going to watch. So maybe, what do you guys think? So is this diagnostics? Did you ask them if you can vet calls? What? Wait, what, Jessica? I don't know what you mean. Oh, get calls. Diagnostics, though? Have you? I haven't watched that. Just because I like know that case inside and out. I feel like there's not going to be much more. That there's so much stuff available, especially on the prelim. I did see though a new video I've never seen with him saying hi to his daughter in the car. I saw that the other day. I was like, oh, I haven't seen that yet. There's always so many good trials going on at the same time. It's hard to freaking choose. What do you mean diagnostics, though? I don't understand what the diagnostics part is about. Jessica. Randy has gotten or trying to get Shanae Smith as a lawyer. But wait, how do you know that he's appealing? Where did you guys see that? That he's appealing the how do you know he's appealing? I know he's appealing, but how do you know he's doing the ineffective counsel? Where did you guys see that? Let me try to look it up because I didn't know that. Oh. So wait, what are you saying? Your boy? Did you say your husband or boyfriend? Which one did he work in? The one that Paul was in, or not? That's all I kind of want to know. I guess I don't remember what you said he worked. I don't know. I just saw Muskegon. I don't know if you said prison or jail. Yeah. Oh, when you first go to prison, you go through diagnosis. Oh, okay. Thank you, Chiba. Paul's and Manistino. I never said Muskegon. I was talking about Muskegon County Jail, see, but I think everybody's. I never said he was in Muskegon. I'm saying if he knew Paul when he was in Muskegon County Jail. She said, I don't know if she said Muskegon. I thought she was talking about Muskegon County Jail. That's where he was before. So she said that her husband worked there, but I don't know. Maybe she said the prison. I thought it was just one place. I know he's in Oaks Correctional Facility right now. Same place Ethan Crumbley is, I guess. But thank you. But he was in Muskegon County Jail. That's where he. I mean, have you heard any of the calls where it's like collect call from Muskegon County Jail? He definitely was in Muskegon County Jail. Evil Sidra. What are you talking about? Somebody who knows something? He was in Muskegon County Jail. That's where he was. That's what I was saying. Did he know him? I was asking Taya, the person that works there, if he knew Paul because she said he works there. But Taya, are you saying that does he work in the jail or does he work in the prison? Because if he works in the jail, that's where Paul was, Bram Stair. So I don't understand why I think you guys are misunderstanding things. No, I'm sorry. I'm in a good mood, but I don't that comment's kind of like, what, we don't know anything? I'm confused. I know he was in Mosquito County Jail and now he's in Oaks Correctional Facility. We just showed you. Who, me, Lori? Are you talking about me? Yeah, were you stressed or feeling? I feel good, actually. I was feeling good, but I don't know. I'm good, Brittany. How are you? Thank you. Yeah. But where your husband's in the oh, okay, Taya, thanks. Dang it, I wish he was in the jail and then we could see if he'd talk to Paul. Because I bet you he would say, anybody that was with Paul, I bet you they'd be like, he's a freaking bully. Because I think he had 3 different bunk cellmates because I almost think he couldn't get along with the people because he was a jerk. Yeah. Yeah, I saw them. That Lily sent them to me when she got them, but like I said, I was gonna get them, but I was like, you know what? She's about to plaster them all over. I just want to be done with it, so I didn't get them. But I saw them all, and the only two things that I feel like are real important are those two things. That the thing with JoJo, that's bullcrap. I hope she freaking ditches him because that's not a friend. I mean, it's so obvious he's using her. She needs to just like, don't even quit. He's a jerk. Do you guys see now? Hopefully she sees now. You're talking about us being like, how does she say it? Like us not understanding or however we were being, which I don't even fault her. Like she was thinking Paul was this misunderstood, this person that just didn't get enough love or whatever. I hope she sees now. I hope she freaking sees that she's being played. He is a freaking psychopath, doesn't care. He doesn't care about you. He could care less. And I really hope she sees that because she needs to stop wasting her money and time on a freaking heartless jerk. It's sick. I think him and baby girl, they deserve each other. I think they're perfect for each other. You know what I'm saying? Let them be together. Perfect. You know, she wants somebody that she could control. He wants somebody that, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's perfect. Let them have their little love affair. JoJo, you're better than that. Go. Hopefully you see the truth now that we were right about Paul. He's a freaking psychopath. He's not a good guy. He's not a good friend. I hope she sees that. Yeah. But see that, yeah, well, that's the thing. I hate how they think because they have kids, you know, or Randy's son, isn't JoJo's son autistic? Or she says that Paul reminds her a lot of him, but I don't remember if she said he was autistic. But it's like, I feel like we know we could spot this way easier. Like, you know, Randy's like, oh, they don't understand autistic people. That's not autism. That's not autism. Autism. Why is it coming out wrong? Like the things that we're pointing out about Paul has nothing to do with him being autistic. That's like pointing out his evilness. Because when somebody's autistic, it doesn't mean they don't have empathy and they don't care and they're heartless people. I'm sorry. I do not believe he has autism. And I know I'm not qualified to diagnose him, but I'm going to trust, you know, the evaluation, the psych evaluation, and trust like people in chat and just my own instinct from what I do know about autism. And even if for some reason he is like a high functioning, you know, because he wouldn't, I mean, he would be like high functioning, right? He's not, if he's autistic, he isn't like on a level where I've seen some autistic people. It's not an excuse. Those things that we're condemning him or that we're going after him about, that's not an excuse, autism or not. That's still making you a freaking bad person. Okay. I'm sorry. It's just no. It's not an excuse, and it makes me mad that's always like, well, you're autistic. You're right. That's what they're making excuses in their head, both of them. Like, well, he's just autistic, so we give him a pass. No, nope. Sorry, nope. So what else though? The stuff about JoJo, which made me mad in the text message, and there was one other thing that I felt like it was pretty important. The stuff about the essay stuff, but I don't know. But it's like I feel like he's lying. So most of the other stuff is just like her and him, and it's just like it's the same stuff. It's like her getting jealous, getting mad and jealous, and JoJo this, and this is jealousy. And you know the when she made that remark on the call where she said something like she's talking about JoJo, and she's like about JoJo saying something about her, and she goes, "Well, she's old enough to be my mother," and I'm going to be like, "Well, you're old enough to be his mother. Like, what are you talking about? yeah, she's old enough to be your mother, but you're old enough to be his mother. So how are you even using that like it's a thing like, oh, I don't care, she's old enough to be my mother. Well, then Paul could say that about you. Well, you're old enough to be my mother. Are you kidding me? They are that. I don't know. Yeah, I know I should wear them. I'm just really hot right now, or I would have tried it on. We are the same age, are we? You're 42? Feel like, is there anything else I wanted to share? Hold on. Let me think if there's anything else that I wanted to. I want to do a tribute for Timothy. I was going to do one. Oh, I was going to play. So that's what I was going to do because since we watched, I know we've already watched it before, but since we watched we talked about Millie, I was going to play her statement again. But you know what? Here's some, hold on a second. There's a couple pictures. Hold on one second. Give me 1 minute. I want to see if I'll share a couple pics of Timothy here. Oh, do I have my screen shared? Let me share my screen. It's so hot in here. I wonder if my mom has the air turned down or something. I'm like extra hot. Look, I have a hive. Look at that. See? I get these. It's like a hive. It's not raised. It just popped up out of nowhere. I get them. Like marks all over my face. I just get them randomly. It'll go away in like 20 minutes or something. Welcome to my life. I'm being silly. Okay. Let me I want to show you a couple pics. But I still want to do a tribute. But like here's like a picture that I used it in a thumbnail. This looks kind of recent compared to some of them. Wonder if that's at the wedding. Because look, doesn't that look like that hall? It has the women's. I don't know though. Who knows? This one's a little bit older. This is that one. Wait, this one right here. Look, this one is like he's old. He looks so different with his glasses on. You got this like right here. Church. She looks like church. Oh, that other one was probably church, right? Oh, that one won't zoom in. Why? Either will that one. I hate when they save like that. Stupid ones. Okay. This is that one that Holly sent me from her Facebook, but it was like only for like private people that were her friends. So you know how they could only like public only saw so many. Well, she sent me some of the stuff that. Hold on a second. And then this is one I had shared these in like one of my first lives I did on the maybe my second live, some of the family pictures, but Eric, Trish, Timothy, Millie, Paul, and then the step kids, I think. I don't know. Which I don't know who's who. Here's all the kids too. Timothy, Paul, Trish, Millie, Eric. Hold on a second. Let me make sure. Yeah. All right. Here's another group one. Timothy, Paul, Nolan, Millie, Eric. Oh, there's Trish. I don't know who that is. I don't remember why I have that in here. Timothy, Paul, Nolan, and Millie. Well, that one's clear. Well, it's a lot clearer than that other one. Huh. Not sure. Oh, this is the one that Adam took those pictures of Timothy. Timothy and Shonda. Yeah. I'm going to do a little tribute, like just like with a song or something to end. Look, you can see a reflection of Shonda right there in his glasses and the person taking them. I always do when I look at pictures, I always look at the reflections because like when they have glasses or any way that like on the screen or somewhere where you can see like the reflection, I'm always like being nosy, like, oh, what are we missing here? Oh, look at him. Is that sweat? Is he a sweating boy? Man, he really made his eyes pop. Oh, wait, I gotta thank some people. What do we got here? Got 5-star. Thank you, month. Look, oh, thank you. Oh, I wanted to respond to that, SL Conley. That's a good question. I don't know. Do you guys think they are? I have no idea. Because, like I said, I don't talk to her anymore. Maybe they're not even together. Who knows? Thank you, Sheba. Thank you, Michigan Beach. And then Petty, thank you for the gifted membership. Okay. Oh, I don't. Well, and that was Gabe, but I'm trying to think what else. Oh, here's here's one that we didn't see. I mean, I showed it on a live a long time ago. Oh, there's Timothy, Nolan, Paul, Millie. Look how young they are there. Dang it. They're really young. Look how young Nolan looks. Where's Paul at? Oh, there he is. Yeah. Wow. There they all are too. That must be Gabe, I bet. Nolan, oh, Paul, Millie. What is that? Huh. So Paul, Timothy, Nolan, Millie. Shonda. Ugh. What was that? Adorable 3-year-old, yeah. We went through all the Facebook posts. Oh, wait, here's a couple more. Like I said, I know I went through these on the live like a couple months ago, but it's been a while. So now after going through everything we went through, coming back to these. It's like I feel like I even know more. Wow. Look, Timothy, look how little he is. Look how little Paul is even. Nolan. Where's Millie? Is that Millie? Oh my God, they're so little. Oh, that must be their wedding, Eric and Trisha's wedding, I guess. Huh. Whoa. There's Eric. I think that's Paul right back here, right? There's Timothy right here. Where's Millie? Let's see her. Oh, is that her? Maybe? But there's Paul. His head is... There's Trish and Eric. Okay. And this is Timothy. Nolan. Timothy, Paul, Millie. Yeah, I don't know the stepkids or whoever the other kids are. There's Timothy, Paul, and Millie. Paul, Timothy, Nolan. Where's Millie? Right there, maybe? I don't know. There's Trish, Tim, Millie, and Paul. Yeah, I'm going to do like a quick little tribute to end it. Even though I'm going to do... Of course, if there's any updates, I'm going to do it. And then I'll do that last batch of calls. And then I think I'll probably just do that in a pre-record. I have it all edited and ready. You know, like I just didn't get... That day I was so tired that I didn't finish it that day on part 5. Remember? I was like, oh, I'm so tired. No, here's a new one. Timothy, Paul, Millie. There's another one. There's Paul, Nolan. I don't know where. Oh, there's Timothy back here. Huh. Some of these are doubles. There's Timothy. It's crazy how dark his hair gets sometimes, and then sometimes it's like blonde. Oh. Yeah, I think the rest we already seen. Anyway. Yeah, let me find that Muskegon thing real quick. Now you got me wondering, Taya, if the Muskegon was the jail or the one that incident happened in. So your boyfriend... Why do I can't remember if you're saying boyfriend or husband every time? I'm like, wait, did she say husband or boyfriend? Did he remember that incident? It was like on the news where something happened to the inmate, and it was like they had a camera and like I think he ended up dying or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me try to find it, because when I was looking up, I was trying to look up like things about Muskegon when Paul was in there, and that kept coming up. And then I actually remember that from like a couple years ago when I was looking through like true crime stuff, and it came up, or somebody brought it up or something. And I remember that clip. It's like, oh my God, that was in Muskegon. Let me try to find it again. Because I mean, he was there for what, almost a year and a half, Paul. To kind of see where he was at. I didn't know there was a Muskegon prison though. The correctional facility. Okay. Yep. All right, 1 second, guys. I'm going to find that for you. Look at this. This isn't what I was talking about, but this is kind of interesting. Right here, this is a I don't think this is the one. No. Inmates report he swallowed drug ignored before jail death, lawsuit says. Healthcare provider. What? The family of a man who died of a combination of drugs in Muskegon County Jail has filed a federal lawsuit against the county and the jail healthcare provider, Health West. The lawsuit said authorities were indifferent to Marleon Johnson's claim that he swallowed crack cocaine in his worsening physical condition. Johnson, 32, died December 11th, 2021. Wait. Oh, Paul, it was 2022. Never mind. When Paul went in. He died of a combined toxic effects of fentanyl, a powerful synthetic opioid, acetylfentanyl, also a strong opioid, hydrocodone, a cold medication, and eye drop medication, the lawsuit said. Yes, that's it, Taya. That was at the jail? Okay, yes, that's exactly. Yeah, there's videos on it. Let me put it in Google or in YouTube then. But let me see. But it said, look, so messages seeking comment were left with Muskegon administration. Johnson was arrested December 10th by Muskegon police on a warrant for carrying a concealed weapon. He allegedly told 2 correctional deputies that he swallowed crack cocaine. Others were aware of his statement, the lawsuit said. Just after 11 p.m., a Health West emergency medical technician called a doctor to report Johnson had ingested crack cocaine. Was sweating profusely and vomiting, the lawsuit said. Other inmates saw Johnson twitching and vomiting and said Johnson needed to go to the hospital, the lawsuit said. It said that the doctor did not advise that Johnson should go to the hospital, but later admitted Johnson should have been hospitalized when the staff learned he had ingested drugs, the lawsuit said. Had defendants, each and every one of them, immediately transferred Johnson to the hospital, he would still be alive today. Yeah, because it could have gave him Narcan. Well, because he's saying ingested crack cocaine, but you saw it said it was fentanyl, though. So she provided withdrawal medications at 11:30 and medication for high blood pressure. She called for the doctor. Yeah, and then he was unconscious. Wow. Wow. So wow, despite his obvious stress, they failed to intervene. And when he did take a breath, they said, "Oh, I guess he's alive," and left the cell. 2 hours later, she called the jail's front desk because she needed to check on Johnson. The correction officer said they were too busy and he would call back. That said he stopped breathing at 4:32 a.m. Dang it. Okay, cool. All right. All right, so let me actually I'll bring that up, but let me look for did anybody say I want to find the appeal. Hold on, let me try to find where the appeal where Paul you said. Where can I find that? Let me see. I haven't even looked it up because I've been busy with the Sarah and I didn't really haven't been today I was doing the treadmill stuff. Let me do something real quick. I want to see if I could find the appeal information. Because where did you guys hear about that? Paul appealing. Hold on. Actually, when I'm looking for this, hold on. I'm going to play Millie's, because I was going to play that anyway, since we were talking about her. I'll play her statement while I look for the appeal information. Is that all right? Let's do it like that. So I'm not just sitting here. Like, you guys could listen to it for a minute, and then I'm going to see if I could find where everybody's talking about the appeal stuff. Because I know he's trying to get a lighter sentence, but I didn't realize he was trying to get ineffective counsel. So that was at what Shanda's sentencing. I had the video over here, but I'm going to play it off of YouTube so I can look. So I can use this computer to look up the appeal stuff. Okay. Trial or sentencing. 1 second. Let's do. Ooh, maybe we should watch. I haven't watched this. You guys want to watch this real quick? Had you guys watched Dr. G? I never watched it. Let me play this while I'm looking it up. The sentencing. When I looked up sentencing, I had this thing came up about Shanda's behavior and body language, Dr. G. I haven't watched it yet. I mean, I know who he is because I always get recommended, but let's see.
Found guilty for the murder and torture of her son, Timothy. What we're going to be looking at today is her sentencing. Before we get started today, I do want you to keep in mind this is not a psychological evaluation of any kind. These are just my opinions. And in addition to that, I do want to remind you to like and subscribe if you want to see more content just like this. All right, let's go. So before the sentencing really gets started, they're going through and making some small corrections on a document. I want to show a little bit of Shanda Vander Ark's reaction while they're doing this.
Okay, on the next page, page 8. And this also was not included in my original email, Judge, under mental health, where it says bipolar disorder. Okay. We now have the medications that's been prescribed, and I'm going to spell them for the record. The first one is Lamistol. Lamistol?
It's Lamictal.
So it's interesting. She's having real emotional reactions to something being spelled wrong. I'm going to let it keep going, and I'm going to explain more.
C, not S.
Okay. Lamictal.
T-I-L.
Okay. Lamictal. And it's spelled V-I-S-T-A-R-I.
And you can see she was mouthing along with the letters as he was spelling this word. She's so controlling. She actually gets emotionally involved with spelling these words correctly, with making sure that these facts are indeed the way that she wants them to be, that they are correct. So it's really interesting to see her legitimately emotionally engage, because when she was talking about her son, when she was talking about Timothy, we weren't seeing real emotion. So it's interesting to see how controlling she is, that's what stands out to her right now. This is what matters, that words are spelled correctly or that the medication is spelled correctly. Let's go back and then we'll keep going.
And it's spelled V-I-S-T-A-R-I. T-I-L?
L at the end.
Okay. V-I-S-T-A-R-I-L. Visceral.
Once again, she's correcting the way that he's pronouncing it. Ultimately is immaterial at this point. They've now got the spelling right. So that shows us what she's focused on. It shows what matters to her. And this is something that she can control. Maybe it shows off her intellect, or maybe it shows off that she can be in control at this moment. But it's interesting to see how engaged she is during this part of the process.
And the treatment commenced in 2024. Okay.
And something else you'll notice, she continues to twitch the corner of her mouth. She did this some during the trial, but it seems that when she focuses or when she concentrates a lot, she does that. Oftentimes we associate that position, the one-sided smirk almost, or the one-sided twitch, with contempt, but she's doing it repeatedly. So it seems to be more that it's a motor thing that happens when she concentrates, not that she's feeling contemptuous in this moment. That looks a little bit different.
The third page one, the following page, under basic information, highest grade completed. It says bachelor's degree. That should be Juris Doctorate, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Vander Ark, have you had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report and the attached guidelines?
Yes, sir.
Any additions or corrections that you have?
No, sir. We got all-
Okay, Mr. Roberts, I believe we have some individuals here who wish to make victim impact statements. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. The two older siblings of Timothy Ferguson, with the exclusion of Paul, would like to make a statement.
I want you to look at her eyes when she looks at her children.
We have some individuals here who wish to make victim impact statements. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. The two older siblings.
She shows no emotion. She showed more emotion when she was spelling the word lamictal than she is looking at her own child.
Oh,
It's so interesting and so sad.
horrible.
See
Oh my
how emotionally
God.
checked out she is.
Oh my
She gives them
God.
nothing more than a fleeting glance, and there seems to be no emotion there at all.
Of Timothy Ferguson, with the exclusion of Paul, would like to make a statement.
Okay, they may come forward, and whoever wishes to speak first may go ahead, and they can stay there. They can come to the podium. It's completely up to them.
So two of her children just provided victim impact statements, and I want you to see Shonda Vander Ark's reaction.
That's right. Thank you, Judge.
And as you can see right now, there doesn't seem to be much of a reaction. She still seems to be in that very cognitive place. You don't see any emotion on her face right now.
I want to preface this by saying that those of us involved in the justice system, including the defendant, know what sentence the court is going to impose here, at least for that first-degree murder charge. And it is a sentence which is as warranted in this case as ever there was a case. That life without parole is the only sentence that Ms. Vander Ark should receive.
As you can see, she's having no reaction right now. It's almost like she's just tuning all of it out.
I wanted to stand here for two reasons. I wanted to stand here, up here at this podium, next to Millie and next to Nolan as they gave their statements for two reasons. One, to show that we support them, that we support whatever statement they wanted to make here today. But I also wanted to see Ms. Vander Ark. She didn't look over at her kids once.
As you could just hear the prosecutor saying, she didn't look over at her kids once. So since we couldn't see her body language, he's able to tell us that she didn't look over there. Probably similar to the way that she's looking now. She has no distinct emotion on her face. She's looking down. She's not looking at the prosecutor. Completely checked out. And I want you to think about that. Can you imagine a mother not looking at her children, what may be the last time that she'll ever get a chance to see them? It's truly remarkable.
Not once during this entire process did she look over at her children.
So you can see her pursing her lips. That irritates her that he made that statement. It annoys her that the prosecutor said that she didn't look at her children.
And that speaks volumes.
And then she said that's not true, or something like that.
Because this case has always struck me that it's impossible as a parent, let alone as a human being, to understand the depths of the depravity that it took for us to come here today. All of the things that she did.
As I said, she does appear to be checked out right now. She glanced over at her attorney as he was writing something, but she's not engaging with what the prosecutor is saying very much.
For all of the things that she withheld, or all of the things that she directed her other son to do, are so callous and so cold that they just defy explanation.
Now, this was interesting. So she's protesting a little bit, shaking her head no as he's talking about how cold and callous it is.
Directed her other son to do are so callous and so cold that they just defy explanation. And I convinced myself that the only thing that could make any sense is that on some level, she had stopped thinking of her children as human beings.
So the prosecutor said that she stopped seeing her children as human beings. And in a very literal sense, this is true. She did stop seeing her children as human beings. You cannot treat people the way that she has treated them and see them as people. You wouldn't be able to stand yourself for doing that. You wouldn't be capable of doing it. So no question, she is seeing, or she saw Timothy as an object, and she may see Paul the same way.
And frankly, her not looking over and not even wanted to express some type of emotion or some type of remorse or some type of recognition of those two older children that she had a hand in raising and who spoke so eloquently and so beautifully and so passionately here today, just reflects what I guess we already feared and already knew about Ms. Vander Ark.
And I want to point this out. And I know I said this before, but I really think it bears repeating. She showed more emotion trying to make minor corrections that are probably inconsequential ultimately to a document than seeing her children and hearing the things that she did, showing no remorse. She is just absent of any true emotion at this point. So now we're going to watch her defense attorney provide a few words before sentencing.
Very few people, I think, in this courtroom have the experience of going into a jail to meet your client for the first time. She has no criminal history. I couldn't find a speeding ticket. She.
See, and there was her reacting again. Him saying she has no criminal history. Watch her reaction. She's kind of hard to see, but just watch this.
History. I couldn't find a speeding ticket.
Right. So she's saying no, she's never had a speeding ticket. I guess the idea that this was just a one-off.
Real quick, do you know there's people that murder people that don't have a ticket, that don't have any background, like don't have any records, that kill people too? I mean, well, she murdered her son, but basically, it doesn't mean anything until the first time you do have something. You know what I'm saying?
That this just happened to happen once, even though it was a long, enduring pattern of abuse. It's interesting to see the parts of her defense that she wants to participate in and what it is that she clings to, because so much of it is when it's about her being a victim. Exact same thing when she was on the stand. That's the exact same thing she's providing right here.
This is justice. Something about this boy and this woman broke. 30 years ago, we didn't know about postpartum depression. 20 years ago, we didn't know about postpartum psychosis. Someday, somebody's going to tell us what's wrong with this.
Okay. We can already tell you exactly what's wrong with her. I'm not going to go through diagnoses and all that, but the idea that it's some sort of mystery as to what is wrong with Shanda Vander Ark, I think, is a vast overestimation by the defense. And I understand he's a defense attorney. I don't fault him for saying that, but he's wrong.
20 years ago, we didn't know about postpartum psychosis. Someday, somebody's going to tell us what's wrong with this woman and why anyone would be capable of what she did. Someone's going to explain it.
So, like I said, if anybody really wants an explanation, it's there to be had. This is not a mystery.
Ms. Vander Ark, do you wish to say anything prior to sentencing? Well, first and foremost, for the individuals here to speak on Timothy's behalf, I appreciate you being here. It kind of struck me throughout the trial.
As the judge is speaking, we're seeing the same thing that we've seen throughout this whole sentencing, which is that she's emotionally checked out. Nothing seems to be phasing her a great deal. She has little bits of emotion here and there, but generally speaking, she doesn't seem engaged at all.
Trial, who was here for Timothy. And at one point in time, I worried that we may not have anyone to give a victim impact statement. And that to me made me very sad, quite frankly. Horrified more than anything, but quite sad. And I'm happy that two individuals took time to be here from miles across the country. And
I do want to point out that these are her children that came there. As the judge is talking about them, there's no attempts to look at them. There's no attempts to engage with them. There's no yearning for connecting with them in any way from what we can see from her. We're not seeing any remorse. We're just not seeing a whole lot of anything.
That makes me feel a little bit better. Not much, but a little bit better. That this was just negligence. This was her not understanding what was going on. She was really trying to do the punishment. She was trying to be a good parent, and she just didn't realize that Timothy was in such a horrible condition. And I found myself, especially during closing argument, quite frankly, finding myself almost believing that. And afterwards, after the trial, I sat in my car after leaving that day, trying to understand, why I could feel that way. And what I realized is that I wanted to feel that way because I didn't want to accept the reality of the situation here. And the reality of the situation here is that this person, Ms. Vander Ark, you intentionally engaged in these acts.
I think it's really powerful to hear Judge Casel talking about his reaction to this, that in some ways he almost wanted to be in denial about what had happened, because what she did was so depraved and so bizarre. We want it to make more sense than somebody just is incapable of loving and caring for somebody. The fact that they would want to be sadistic, the fact that they would want to inflict pain and to cause harm and to torture. It's so unfathomable for the vast majority of us to think about anybody really engaging in that behavior or wanting to.
And I think Mr. Johnson's correct. I don't believe there was an intent to kill here, because you would have lost the very thing that you wanted to torture.
And that shows sadism. That is sadistic, to enjoy inflicting pain on somebody else. And once again, sadism is something, true sadism is something that the vast majority of us can't really relate to, because most of us don't enjoy the idea of somebody else suffering or being in pain. Those of us that are healthy don't enjoy it at all. And so it is unfathomable to many of us that there couldn't be more to it, that there couldn't be something that explains this better, other than she is just fundamentally broken and deranged in this way.
Not to remember your son dead, looking like a Holocaust victim, but I'm choosing to remember like that. And you can't even look at him. That's how he was. A beautiful child with a lot of life in his eyes. That's who your son was. And you took that from him. I'm choosing to remember him as a happy individual with life, not as an individual. And that's the picture I want people to remember of your son. You took that from him. You took it from him. For what reason, I don't know. Mr. Johnson's right. There is something broken in you. I don't know what that is.
And as you can see, as the judge is talking about this, as he has a picture of her son up there, she's taking notes. She's writing. She's using it as a way to deflect.
So besides remembering him like that, I'm not going to let you hide in the darkness anymore. People know what you are now. They know what you did. As to count one, felony murder. It's a sentence of the court. You serve a term within the Michigan Department of Corrections for the rest of your natural life.
See, look, and as she is getting her sentence read to her, she's taking notes. She's just writing little bits, probably nothing that's particularly meaningful, but she's showing a refusal to engage, to suggest I'm going to engage in logic and intellectual things. I'm not going to get into this emotion that you all are talking about.
After the documentation, you can certainly ask for a restitution hearing and to contest that amount.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else for the record, Mr. Roberts?
Hold on, guys. I'm trying on all the merch. Okay, so they're made really big. Just put it that way. That first one I tried on was a large, and it was really big on me. They're made like this is they're made big. So just so you know, I think so. I don't know, maybe. Hold on, let me see this. This is a large. Hold on. Let's see. Because the other one was a different style, that purple. I like it though, but I probably could have went with a medium. Just fine. This is a large, look. And look how big it is on me. This is a large. And it's big. Like I could probably wear a medium. And I like my stuff big. Like I wear stuff really big. So, and if I could go with me, so they're made a little bit big, but it's fine. I mean, this is fine though. Just so you guys know, if you want to order, this is the peeping OCD is on the back. Hold on, let me show you the purple one real quick. Hold on. And then, hold on a second. Okay, so the purple one has the peeping easy down this one's a little bit more expensive because the other zip ups you couldn't put stuff on everywhere. So this is a little more expensive. And this one now she made with the tie-dye too. But you could tell the material is like better quality. And not that the other one isn't, it's a different quality, I should say. And this is a large. And yeah, it's really roomy. Like very roomy. I could wear. It's got, what does it have on the back? Peeping, it has the OCD on the back, and then the peeping easy. But now we have a tie-dyed version of this one. Like I said, it's I don't know, I love it. Do you guys like it? Did you hear the echo? Are you guys? There's black. Oh no, there's different colors, guys. Yeah, no, there's black. You guys, there's different colors. I just picked, you know me, I got the purple pinks. There's different colors you could pick. Each one has like a different color. But I have more coming. I have t-shirts. This is all I got so far is the hoodies. But I have t-shirts coming. I have Zeke stuff coming. I mean, where I ordered it, with Zeke a collar. We have a collar, and then what else did I order for Zeke? I don't remember. But yeah. What do you guys think? Peeping ears! What do you guys think? I'm too hot right now. I think my mom turned down the air or something because I'm like really extra hot. But that's that. I'm excited. I'm going to wear them. When I'm not hot, I'll definitely be wearing them. Advertising. Plus, we are the peeping ears. And then, like I said, they're not all peeping ears. I have some that just has the OCD, obsessive crime disorder. Now we have the Zeke Justice ones. This one is the obsessive crime disorder. On the back, it's peeping ain't easy with the magnifying glass. You gotta love that. Okay. God, this is over here. It's tricky because I'm like modeling for you guys. Okay. This one's really big. Because this one's an extra large. I wanted to get a couple different sizes so I knew how they fit, you know. So this one's like really big, but yeah. There we go. But this one's a little extra big, but I don't know. I'm excited. So they're good quality. Yeah, they're definitely good quality. They're nice and thick. So it's like it's too hot right now to put it on, but they're really good quality. Even the ones like this one's a different material because, like I said, I had to pick this because we were able to put stuff on the arms. And then she was able to do a tie-dye one of this, which is awesome. And then, but these, even the regular ones, they're cotton. They're really thick. I mean, they're like really good material. They're not cheap material. Like I said, I don't have the t-shirts yet, but when I get them, I'll let you know how those are. But definitely not, from the hoodie so far, definitely not cheap material. And that's why they're a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying? Because they're, you know, they're not too expensive, I don't think, but they're, you know, they're not like real cheap, but it's not like that cheap. You know, you can buy a hoodie and there's like that cheap, real thin. This is very thick, like good quality. I'm not even just saying that. I swear to God, it's a very good quality. You'll see if you guys buy it. Donna, what did you get, Donna? Who got there so far? I want to see how your quality is, what you think. Yeah, we have blankets. We have the phone cases that says collect call from zavgirl. Donna, what did you get? I'm trying to find. That's Sarah. Sarah, she's my mod. She's the one that did it. Okay, how's the mug? And what did you get? Like a zip up, Donna, or just one of those sweatshirts? How's the quality? Because mine's really thick. They're all like really thick. Definitely like good quality. Because Teespring was good too. The one that I did used to go with. But I wanted a new one because I wanted to be able to have tie-dyes, and Teespring didn't have tie-dyes, so that's why I switched. But even Teespring, I feel like these might be better quality than the Teespring. Now they seem thicker, but Teespring wasn't bad either, though, really. And like I said, this is just a different type of quality. The one that's a little bit more expensive, and you could tell why. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's definitely a little bit different, and the inside's like that real soft. Yeah, definitely good quality, guys. I think you'll be happy with the quality. Like I said, and then I'll see what I'll be able to tell you what the t-shirts when I get those. And yeah, there's blankets, there's phone cases, there's mouse pads. I want to get a mouse pad. Like I said, we have the Zeke and Justice design in now. So if, I think I'm going to end this, and then if we do the treadmill one, do you guys want to I don't know what to play though, because I haven't watched enough. So normally they'd be like, oh, this is a good testimony, they're highlights. All I've watched is one testimony and the opening statement. So I mean, we just watch it, but I'll just pick, like, we could start with day one, or maybe I'll go through and see who pick. I don't know. I'll see. Anybody watch it that would be like, we should watch this part together of the treadmill. I watched that. I watched the opening arguments, which maybe we should, so people could get a good basic view of what it's about. Hey, Soul. And I'll do that last part of the phone calls too, maybe tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have time to get it today. I have it pretty much done because I was ready. I don't think I have any visuals up for it, but I just have to make sure where I left off for the baby girl, the rest of those calls from part 5 that I forgot I didn't finish. But yeah, Millie statement. No, I'm talking about the treadmill trial, Brittany. What are you saying Millie's statement? I know I said I was going to play it, but then we started watching Dr. G instead. Wait, what? Baby girl Paul text of people. What? Yeah, right. All right. Are they? Thank you, Donna. Dude, see, that's why I was afraid here's the thing with that. Like, I was afraid to go on too early because I don't know enough about it, and I don't want to, like, give my comments, and then, you know how people sometimes are so sensitive and they take, like, let's say I'm telling him, hey, I don't know, I haven't watched the trial, we're watching it together, and then I might say something, and we find out later, and then it's just like some people just, like, want to hold you to it. Like, so what I'm afraid of is, I'm afraid of thinking something and then giving my thoughts because it's my channel, and then all of a sudden it's not that, and then I get freaking, the scapegoat. No, I get, like, attacked about it or whatever. But right now I feel like I don't know as much, and from what I know, like, why is my brain, like, I'm thinking, wait, the mother, like, why isn't anybody looking at the mother? But maybe I don't know enough, and it does only point to the dad, because all I've watched, the opening statements and her testimony. That's all. And I watched the treadmill video. That's all I've seen of the trial. But from opening statements is what's sticking in my head, is because of what his opening statements, the defense's opening statements, it's making me think the mom, like, is the mom have something to do with, because I want to know, this is what I want to freaking know. Did he have sepsis or not? Why? Because the opening statements, they said he had sepsis and she took him out of the hospital. I want to know if that's true, because her testimony, she says that he was fine. He went to the hospital and they let him go and he was fine. So where is the defense saying that he had sepsis and she took him out? I want to know that, because that's very important, because if he had sepsis and then one of the causes of death was sepsis, then you know what I'm saying? Like, that's important. So I need to know that. And it's just driving me nuts. So that's why it's like, I want to almost, like, wait till I see what have they had the coroner or the medical examiner or anybody on yet where we could watch that? Because I need to know I want to see the medical stuff, because you hear the defense giving the opening statements and he's throwing out all this stuff, but I want to know if the freaking facts back up what he said. because I don't want to sit there and like be suspicious of the mom and then come to find out that those opening statements was all a lie and the sepsis thing was not even true. You know what I'm saying? But if it is true, then there's something like that's kind of messed up, because what if he had an infection that whole 12 days and nobody ever, but she did take him to the hospital that day before. Wouldn't they have found it though? That's what I'm confused. Wouldn't they have seen if he had sepsis that for like how many days, and then she takes him to the hospital? Wouldn't they have seen it then? So I don't know. I don't know enough. Then so just if we do watch it tonight, just realize you guys like if you guys have been watching the whole trial, I haven't, so I might have opinions that you guys might be like, no, but this and this, but I haven't seen it, and that's why I'm a little bit leery to do it so soon before I know that much. But the thing is, I'm gonna be watching it tonight anyway, so I might as well, I guess, watch it with you guys, right? If you want to watch it too. But I know, yeah, I seen that when her testimony they said that. I saw that Aaron do, but why did the defense say that in opening statements? I want to see all the doctors and stuff, because they swear that the freaking medical doctor that has no skin in the game that looked at him said that, said some stuff. So I want to see that doctor's testimony stuff before. I don't know, Holly. It's tricky because I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm just talking about, so her testimony is that he was fine, but that was just the mother. So I haven't seen any of the doctors. I want to hear the doctors' testimonies is what I want to know. Yeah. I don't know if he did. It's just, I don't know. That's what I don't know enough. I don't know. They just said it in opening arguments, and it's just like, I don't know if there's any truth behind it. That's where I don't know. But, well, okay, I'm going to end this. I'm going to go through the trial, what's on day 4, whatever. I'm going to go through and see if there's any testimony of doctors yet. Is any of the doctors testified yet? And maybe we'll watch that together, because I need to know that before, because that's going to be a huge determining factor of how I feel about her. Because I don't want to sit there and be suspicious and say that, and then to find out like she's totally. Lacerations. Yeah, they did say lacerations. Okay. So then, dude, that's, gosh. Like, here's the thing. This is what I thought. This is what I thought when I heard if she has sepsis. She was so concerned. But like I said, I might change my mind when I say anything, but just to know that maybe he had sepsis, she took him out. She's so concerned that all she cared about was getting that CA charge so she could get freaking custody back. And so, she could get custody back and like get him, like, she wins, she gets him back, right? The fact that she still just took him out of the hospital against doctor's orders when they wanted to run more tests about the sepsis. But I don't know if that's true. That's what they made it seem like in the opening statements. And if that's the case, she was so concerned about that. And if she really cared about the boy, you would keep him in. It's about the boy. It's not about winning. If it's about because you care about him. And if he's being abused, you want him out of there. Well, if he has sepsis and he needs to stay in and get checked, don't you care about him? Who cares win or not? Like, who cares that they're not saying, oh, it's CA and you're going to win, you're going to get custody, but it's your boy sick. Like, don't you want him to get better? So I don't know if that's true. That's just messed up. I saw her testimony. That was the one I saw. I saw the opening statements and I saw her testimony. Those are the two that I've seen. That's all I've seen though. But I don't know. That's the thing. If that didn't happen with the hospital, I don't know if that's true. So I don't know. And if it didn't, then I got to shut my mouth. And that's why I'm afraid, because I don't know. They said that in the opening statements. I don't know. But if my whole point is if she took him to the hospital and nobody ever told her about sepsis, then I would never, I'm not going to come at her. But if that's true, then that makes me mad. That's all. Yeah, they might be. That's why I want to hear. That's what I'm worried, that they might be lying. So I want to hear, they twist things. So I want to hear the doctor stuff. So that's all. That's all. But okay, so and took him straight to another hospital. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm talking about, ASB. That's what they said. And if one of the hospitals caught that and think he might have sepsis, but she didn't care and took him out, and that's concerning, because all she cared about, I'm not saying that I think she wanted him to die. I'm saying she got ahead of herself and just thinking about what all she was caring about is trying to basically get her child back, which maybe it is because she cared about him, but maybe she lost sight in what she was really doing, because in the long run, if she really was thinking about it and you wanted to protect your kid, then you would have made sure you got him his treatment and made sure he didn't have sepsis, right? So I don't know. I don't know. But okay, yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like people are going to get mad because it's like, well, you don't, and I don't know enough. That's why I'm debating. Maybe I should wait till I know more. Well, let me just go through and see who's testimony, and we'll just, well, no, it would be the same thing if I just watched the trial with you guys. So screw it. I could be wrong. People could be wrong. And I'm open to everybody. So if people want to just like disregard me, if I get it wrong, then fine. I guess I don't want to. Well, anyway, I'm just making up a problem that's not even there. I'm sorry, but I just know what happens from past things. But it's probably just a few people that I don't even want here anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's those freaking people that are just so close-minded that if you have a different opinion, it's like, oh my God, how dare you? You're a monster because you don't think the same way as me. All right, that's what I'll do. I'm going to try to find just try to pick up, like, if there's any medical testimonies, I'm going to pick those. Yeah. All right, let's do it. Let me go eat some more pizza because I only got to have a piece earlier. What term, Wyatt? Hey, Wyatt. What term? Calm your teeth. Yeah, no, I agree, but I'm not educated enough on the case to have like a good solid opinion. But that's the thing. What's going to happen with me is going to change as we learn, as we watch it. Like I might think one right now, and then by the end of the trial, I might be like, I love the mom, that evil monster dad. You know, I might like totally switch. And I'm not saying I don't like the mom. I'm just was like, when I heard that opening statement, I'm like, wait a minute, should I be looking? Is anybody like looked into the mom a little bit? But I don't think she hit him. Like I don't think she was abusing him or anything. I don't think that. That's not what I'm saying at all. That thought didn't even cross my mind. It was more like her losing sight and kind of made a bad judgment call on that because wanted that CA charge so bad that she like overlooked something that could have ended up being one of the causes of how he died. That's what I was thinking as a possibility, not on purpose or anything. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I saw the blunt force trauma. I just want to hear the doctor's stuff, you know. Has anybody answered? Has the doctor got on the stand or any doctors yet? I'm just gonna go look myself. I don't know, Charlie. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, Simca. I do. It's probably like the people after that are when I get like the silly comments. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay, so maybe we can catch up. I just got an email that said they didn't have trial today, and to Monday they don't. So maybe we'll be able to catch up on at least a lot of the important stuff. as long as you guys promise me that if I have a different opinion on this about you, it does not make me an evil person or a bad person. And it doesn't make me, like, for instance, let's say, and I'm not saying this, but let's say, let me just use another extreme case so you guys know that I'm just being hypothetical. No, because somebody will come in here and hear this little bit and then think that I'm saying it. Hold on. I don't know. Like, if I would think like, oh, the dad's innocent, and then you think the dad's guilty, it doesn't mean that I'm okay with the dad abusing the kid. It's because I would, obviously, because I might not look at it the same as you. I'm not saying I have not enough thing to say the dad's innocent. I'm just trying to give it an example. But you know, we're gonna have different opinions. Like Karen Reed, there's gonna people think she's guilty, innocent, and the people that think she's innocent doesn't mean that they're okay with a murderer. It's just they don't think she did it, you know. And here's another thing that scares me on this. Okay, even if like I do have an opinion of thinking that he didn't kill him, which I don't know what I'm going to think by the end of the trial, that does not mean that treadmill video that I'm okay with. You know what I'm saying? Because the treadmill isn't what killed him. He didn't die that day. That's not what killed him. So even if I'm like, that was horrible what he did, and then say I come to the conclusion that I don't think he was the cause of his death, it doesn't mean that I think how he treated him on the treadmill was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, both could be true, that I don't think he murdered him, but I do think he abused him right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, but I'm just saying both could be true. But I don't know how I feel. Like I said, I don't know enough. I really don't. I know I feel bad for the kid. He's so cute and you know, I don't know. I don't know what to think. Yes. Yep. Yep. That's what we do. But Mama Bear, realize that we're like, not everybody could do that though. There are some people that can't, like, they're so stuck, and then they get mad at you and they're like, it's enough to be like, I can't watch her, she's horrible. And it's just like, because I have a different opinion. And it's like, that would be unrealistic for you to, especially with this true crime, because true crime is like, there's theories, and I mean, not everybody's going to agree, because this field is something where we don't know the answers. There's going to be a lot of theories and opinions and stuff. So it would be so unrealistic for you to have somebody you watch and expect them to agree with everything and every theory and every case. That would be impossible. You know, if it is, it'd be like lucky. You'd be like, whoa, there's always going to be things that they're never going to be perfect. You know, there's going to be times where you're not going to agree with me. I'm not going to agree with you. And I just think it's really unrealistic for you to expect to agree with the true crime channel you watch every case. That would, I don't even think it's possible. I mean, maybe once in a while somebody might link up and every single scenario is like, yes, but I think it's, yeah. So, oh yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, we agree what happened to him was horrible, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what we feel about who's guilty, who's, different things like that. Because I mean, sometimes it's obvious, but not these cases. Not all the time is it really obvious. I mean, sometimes it's like real clear cut case, like definitely. But there's a lot of the times where the case is very complicated and not so clear cut, and it's like, oh, I don't know, So like, of course, you're going to disagree sometimes with people, but. I guess I shouldn't even care, huh? It's hard sometimes. Because us creators are the ones that are reading those emails that people are like, oh my God, it's horrible. I'm appalled by you. I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you thought that. Oh my God, I lost all respect for you. You're just a horrible. And it'd be just like a different opinion. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun. It's crazy. And people are silly sometimes. Anyway, I know, me too. And I've changed my mind. Like, I've changed my mind a lot of times. People made me realize things like, oh, wait a minute. So I might change my mind like 4 times within this trial. I might, like, right now, I might think this. And then tomorrow, after I watch more, I might be like, no. And then, by the end, I might have switched it back and forth like 4 times. I've already switched it like 3 times. Like that. Ask Sarah. I've told her a couple as I'm watching it. So, like the treadmill video, I kind of like switch my mind on things I saw on that already. But as you learn more, you can't be stuck. Like, that's what is a thing. Like, if somebody already is like stuck, like, oh, the mom is an angel, he's a monster. Then if they learn stuff that maybe kind of goes against that, then some people are like stuck and they can't change that, even though if it's like right in their face and it's like something that's just like, look, they can't, because there's always like, nope, he is this and hers like this. I can't change it. Some people are. I mean, it is. It's just, which is fine. I accept them, but hopefully people could accept other people if they yeah, I don't think here's the thing. It's funny that it should not be called, like, when people are called like the treadmill killer, like, I think that's not accurate. Like, I personally don't think the treadmill incident had anything to do with his death. Like, he wasn't to the doctor after that. He was fine. Like, I personally don't think it did. Like, it was 12 days before he died. I think it was 2 separate things. I don't think it had anything to do with how he died. Now, it could be related as the fat part where, because his dad is abusing him and it shows that, but I don't think what he happened to him there, I don't think that caused his death in any way, in my opinion. So, I don't know why people are like using that, like, and now you guys got me saying it, but I'm only saying it because you guys described it like that. So I want you to know which one I'm talking about, I guess, to explain which case I'm talking about, but I don't think it has anything to do with it, to be honest. Like, I don't think it caused it. It was too far ahead of time. No, I don't think so. Granny's watching. Hey, Granny's watching. What's up? Yeah, it was 12 days later. Yep. No, he was only on it 10 minutes. Did you see? Look at the time. It was only 10 minutes. I don't think it was enough to cause stress in the heart, in my opinion. I mean, I watched the time because I'm like, how long were they in there? And they were only working out for 10 minutes, or maybe like it was 11 or something. It wasn't that long. And it's like, his kids freaking worked out more than him. That freaking dad's over there like looking on his phone. Let me do a couple pull-ups. 1, 2, 3. Just walks around. Oh, let me do a couple. Like, he didn't really do that much. The kid was freaking running the whole time. But it really was only like 10 or 11 minutes. But I mean, the dad was just kind of like walking around most of the time, looking on his phone, and then he would sit down and do a couple. Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, maybe. But wouldn't they have, wait, I have a question. Wait, where did I put that? I have a question though. If they had that surveillance that day, wouldn't they have been able to go get more surveillance if there was more accounts of him like doing that? Wouldn't they be able to get more of him doing that? Because it's obviously there's a video. And I think the reason that treadmill thing was so bad is because, number one, he turned it up high. Number two, it was the way he picked him up, and it looks like he might have bit his head, which I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't understand what that was all about. And then he kept trying to get back on and fall off. I don't think, as far as like the rest, like if he would have just not turned it up, but that little part of him turning it up was only a couple minutes. I mean, it was like, what, 3 minutes maybe? And then he turned it down and they left. But no, I'm not saying it wasn't wrong. It was wrong. But I mean, go look at the time. They weren't there that long. But I don't know why he picked him up real rough, and then I don't know why he was biting his freaking head. That was really weird. I'm still trying to figure out if he was biting it or what. I mean, he had his mouth open. He's like this. I want to know if he was was he just gonna hiss, or is he biting down? I don't know. That part, that's the bad part. That one little minute of where he picks him up and then bites. He bites his head. That's the bad, I would say. But before he turns it up, he's just running. He's just running. Seems like he's all right. But then when he goes and turns it up, I mean, I guess why is a 6-year-old running on a treadmill? I don't know. I mean, supposedly which I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen titles of videos where he called him fat. I don't know if we're gonna see that. Who says that? I wish there was sound. I want to know what the heck he's saying to him. Because the kid's not fat. It's not like he's an overweight kid. He's skinny. So I don't know. Yeah, the dad the dad could have been on the treadmill. He was a little freaking butt and stomach. He has his butt sticks out in his stomach, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're gonna call your skinny son fat, but did he really call him fat, or is that just clickbait I've seen on titles? I don't know. Don't quote me. Let's just watch. Maybe I was thinking that it comes out in the trial, and that's why people were saying it. But I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know. I've only watched, like I said, a little bit of it. Where does that fat thing come from? Does anybody know? I know, but if one hospital did say he had sepsis, think about this, Karen. Doctors miss things. So if one hospital did say it, that's what I want to know. Did anybody say it? I'm not concerned about the person that didn't say it, but was there a hospital that said it? Did that ever happen where hospitals you might have sepsis, we got to check? Because you know how hospitals miss things, they misdiagnose things, they miss things. So if one hospital thought so and one didn't, it doesn't mean he didn't. Because if he ends up dying and then they say sepsis was a part of his death, then I would say that one hospital was probably right and the other hospital missed it. But I don't even know if one hospital even said that. That's what I need to know. Where did the freaking defense get that from? They had to have got it from somewhere. So that's what I'm waiting to watch that trial. So I'm very well informed. Did it come from a doctor somewhere? If it did, then I mean, and then sepsis was a part of his death, and I would say he probably did have it that whole time. And the other hospital just missed it. Hospitals miss things all the time. Are you kidding me? What do they say? The number one cause of death is hospital mistakes or something like that. Yeah. So if one hospital I would say if anybody said he had it and it's a part of his death, he probably did. That's what I'm going to guess. But I don't know if anybody even said that. So we'll see. Yeah, I heard his heart coded twice. Yeah, I saw that somewhere. Where did I see that? I think that was just an opening statements probably then. Oh, okay. Oh, then I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna watch it. All right, I'm gonna go so I can get stuff. I'm gonna eat and then we'll get some stuff ready to watch it tonight. It'll probably be in a couple hours. Okay, guys. I'm gonna try to find just a couple of good hours of testimony. I'll try to look through who testifies and see what I think would be good. If there's any doctors, I'm gonna pick those. Yeah, we'll go from there. I don't know. I'm gonna eat and just get stuff ready. So maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2, probably around 8. What's a civil matter? Oh, with the baby girl. I know it is probably a civil matter, but they could still take you to court. Wait, what happened? Only 600. I think that's pretty good, Teresa. I think 675 people is actually pretty gosh darn good. For me, I like it. Oh, that's funny. You are silly. You having a bad day? You want a cookie? I got one. I got these chocolate chip cookies. I give you one to help make you feel better. Um, yeah, that's true. That's true. I know, right? It is really good. It's hilarious. How many do you have, huh? It's so funny. All right, I'm gonna go, guys. Bye.